right. Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Degenerates, where we've just been having a terrible time here. Anyways, welcome. Thank you for being patient with us. We're still new. We're still trying to get everything settled. We have to, set up and unset up every single night. But thank you for being patient, and we'll just jump right in, yes?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
So, the last time we were here, all of you managed to venture north from the border city of Kilgar and made your way to the capital of the southern district, Minamo. You had a very long night in which ridiculous hijinks and hilarity ensued. Not many people got much sleep, and you eventually continued northward, where you passed a weirdly famous tourist site, known as the Arcane Anomaly. You passed through there.
We got t-shirts.
We got t-shirts
at the Arcane Anomaly.
You all survived the Arcane Anomaly.
Hell yeah.
And you eventually made your way further north as it got chillier and chillier as you continued through. You made your way to the river city Minamo, in which it was a very large capital of farmland. You encountered some of the soldiers there, which were basically samurai. And you continue your way through, eventually trying to make your way to the daimyo's office, in which you can pretty much complete your quest that Pruna Good-Earth had set up for you. You took a pit stop at the Gilded Fang for Jade, and having, I guess, completed a test from the guild master there, you all headed out and made your way north towards the actual daimyo offices, in which Jade name dropped. I don't know, were you all there to hear that?
She said it a couple times. It was the Baned dog or something. The Bane-eyed dogs.
The Bane-eyed dogs.
Yes.
Bane-eyed dogs.
I name dropped a few things.
She said a couple things. She also said her name was Rose.
Yeah.
Excuse?
What?
As you all exit the Gilded Fang, you're there now, out in the main street, heading northward. What do you all do?
I'm going back to the cart, right?
Yeah.
I
I mean, the cart's just parked right in front.
Yeah. See, Nyx is there. You guys took a long time.
Sorry, there
Everything
was
okay?
I had to find
We brought
Dragon
Nyx.
Bone.
I thought we brought Nyx in with us. Like we took
Oh,
over
we did.
stuff inside the.
Yes.
We
Oh,
took
that's
over
right.
stuff
That's
off the
right.
cart and
He
brought
was
it
in there.
inside
He was
the
in there?
shop.
Yes.
All right. Well, he goes back outside, hops onto the cart. All right, you guys ready to get back to where we're going?
I guess.
Yeah.
Jade, that was really cool.
Yes. Like.
Who's Rose?
Don't worry about it. And I get in the cart.
I still
No.
you just like
I come up to her and be like, "Sure, Rose," and then I sit next to her in the cart, aggressively sit.
Aggressively sit.
Jade, you hop as you begin to hop into the back of the cart, as everyone just side eyeing you. As
I'm
you
not.
completely ignore the conversation at hand. You see a very familiar dark elf covered in robes and rags, just sitting there in the cart, drinking some tea.
There's someone in our cart.
Someone's in your cart.
Hi, Grandma. What's up?
I found you.
Grandma.
Yes.
you
You've
did
been
it.
gone for so long.
I had a terrible hunger.
Oh, Grandma, I got you a T-shirt.
Oh.
I survived the Arcane Anomaly.
And it's like huge,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's massive.
Oh, it's lovely.
You can sleep in it.
Thank you.
We passed like a really big spooky cloud on the way here, and then there was like we were attacked in the middle of the night.
By what?
I don't know. There was darkness,
Mm.
and then everyone started screaming, and I heard Precious screaming, and then it was got really quiet.
A quick question, my dear. What time of day is it?
Right now,
Yes.
it's like midday.
God. What time is it?
Right now, it's probably pushing towards evening.
I see.
It's like evening.
Evening.
Yeah, it's dinner time.
Lovely.
Also, the river is haunted.
By what?
Ghosts.
What kind of ghost?
The bad kind.
Mm.
They supposedly drag people into the river and then just kill them.
We shouldn't go near it. Apparently, we're doing the buddy system, and nobody goes near the river alone.
I wasn't swimming in the river earlier this morning.
Oh no!
How lucky am I?
I'm
Listen,
glad you're with us.
Grandma, I need you to be honest.
What?
Was it you?
Did you pull anyone?
Oh, no. I didn't pull anyone into the river. That would be evil.
insight check.
Go for it.
Alright,
Sounds legit to me.
16. You're like, okay, and just yes. I don't know. Sounds truthful to you.
As I mean, it's not a lie. So
No, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
no.
yeah.
As skeptical as you may be, of this woman.
All right, so you eventually all climb onto the back of the cart itself. Nix turns around to the front. Oh, Grandma, welcome back.
I've been here for 2 hours, Nix.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we took that long.
I know.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well,
That's fine.
I'll continue moving on forward towards the offices. Okay. And he
Sounds good.
he backs up the cart horse. Beep. Beep.
Beep.
And then he,
The horses are just beeping aggressively.
yeah, and they merge back onto the main road here, passing on through. As you continue on, it's another maybe 20 minutes or so. The streets are still very full as the sun's already down past the horizon. The air is getting chillier and chillier. Pretty much just around, 30, 40 degrees maybe at this point.
Ooh, very chilly.
It's
We're
very
dying.
chilly. Although many of the different shops on the outside, you see torches placed there, a little warmth along the side, so people walking outside can, enjoy their night still. And I'd like you all to just make a perception check real quick.
Perception checks.
Everyone?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, you guys are in the cart. Who's outside the cart, actually?
me up.
I got a natural 20.
All right. Grandma's like looking out the front.
I'm right. I'm like
You're
navigating
next to
still. I'm
Nix.
next to
I'm
Nix
not
in the
paying
front.
attention.
Okay.
Probably.
I'm not
I'm like
exhausted.
elbowing.
Yeah.
I'm elbowing
Okay.
Jade right now.
I got it.
Grandma's busy.
Come here.
All right.
Hold on. Let me roll. Also, I'm using cheese dice.
Okay. Cheese dice. Do
Don't
it.
use up their mojo this early.
Never mind.
Beautiful
17.
eyes. Amazing
I did it.
eyes.
Oh,
12.
12. All right. Excellent.
17 for me, actually.
17?
I forgot that I'm perception plus 7.
Yeah, you're amazing at perception. So as you are continuing on through, you notice a shop towards the right side of the main street, a little offshoot of where you guys are, continuing on through, and it looks like it's still being sort of built. It's open, but maybe they're pretty much getting ready to close up shop. It says Mob's Mystics on the top.
Hey, wait! Isn't that the place?
Oh yeah. Do we have money for this? I thought we didn't.
How much money do we need?
I got these slippers, and I show you. I have slippers that have little spider legs on them.
With black and they have
Climb on
big red
seriously.
bead
And we
marks.
got
Him.
We got a cactus.
And I pull out the cactus.
The
It's
cac-
a magic cactus. It
It's an
sells
armed.
you in other
It's
magic
an armed
stores.
cactus. Has a sombrero and sunglasses on it in a little pot. Looks like a toy.
That's the
Ah.
cactus.
It
What?
dances. It dances when it's within 5 feet of a magical object.
Oh.
Yeah, watch. And I hold up my instrument next to the cactus.
All right.
And it's like,
Okay.
Yeah, we haggled a lot for that.
It sounds like a good use of time. Why are we doing it at the Mystics?
Well, I think, because we are supposed to be getting more money when we go deliver that letter, I think
Yes.
we should wait to do that and then
Yes.
come here to shop for things.
If we
Wait.
need things. Do
Also,
we need
because
things?
I don't want another shopping episode. if I'm
Do we
being
need
frank,
things?
frankly.
No.
No, it's more of just like they might have some cool shit. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, you got your spider shoes out of it.
I do like them.
All right. You continue passing on through. Grandma, you got a natural 20.
Yes.
All right. As you're passing by Mob's Mystics, you see a humanoid figure exit the front and begin to grab the sign that's standing outside the door and close some of the shutters on the front of the windows. Looks to be a fairly young high elf, short black hair, kind of in a bob. Kind of shorter than what you think a normal high elf would be.
Mm-hmm. About 6'3". Normal. Shorter than that.
Yeah, I'd say normal, shorter than that.
Mm.
Yeah, as she grabs the sign, brings it inside, and closes up shop. Yeah, you continue on through until eventually you reach a very large open square with looks to be a monument of some sort in the middle. It depicts a very regal-looking dragonborn in the center. Fairly nice robes, a cape flowing in the back. This one seems to have like long flowing hair also. And the main street looks to be a various amount of marketplaces, food stalls, and it does border the river that you now see on the opposite side. As you continue passing through, you see across the river is a very large white and goldish wall in the back, with peeking up from the top of it. The wall is maybe about 20 or so feet high. Peeking up from the top of it, you see a very large palace, kind of tiered at the top, and eventually getting wider and wider towards the bottom. And you figure that's where the daimyo's palace is, also known as the Shodai. Continue driving on through across a very large bridge. You notice now many of the armored soldiers are walking and patrolling across the edges of the river. Not many of the citizens are really getting close to it. They're holding a perimeter there, as well as onto the fairly large bridge that you see that crosses the span of the river, which is maybe a good 30 or so feet across. Your cart eventually makes your way through, and upon entering the front gates of where the giant wall is, you see two of the similarly armored guards there on the fronts, both of them dragonborn, but their armor seems a bit more regal and more I guess shiny, so to say. And they see your cart pulling up. Alt,
Hello.
good evening.
Hi, good evening. We have business with the daimyo. We were sent by Pruna Good Earth.
Puna Good Earth.
Who was the letter?
Oh, yeah.
You have
Right.
documentation? All right, he takes the letter from you. He sees the seal on the front.
I don't think that anybody's supposed to open it.
That is true. You see him, he raises his hands, and there's a little circle with him as you see the doors. After a few moments, the doors begin to open and slowly open to about the point where your cart can pass through. The doors are very large, maybe a good 20 feet or so across. But they just open the crack enough to have your cart be able to pull through. He hands the letter back to you. All right, so you are going to want to go to the magistrate's office. It's the first building on the right.
First building on the right. Let's go.
Right, you guys beginning to pass through as the large, the large doors and through the wall loom over you all. And as the doors open, you just see the inside is just glitters with gold light, almost regal in its nature of the inside of this walled-off city within a city, basically. And along down the way, you see the very large tiered tower there, a bit further in the distance. As Nyx pulls his cart over to the side of the this office here, very nice wooden carved building with little paper screens there in the front as well, with a lantern that says the magistrate's office.
This is a fancy place.
This
Very.
person has money.
Lots of money.
I don't think I've been to somewhere as fancy as this. Kind of nervous.
It's very different architecture from where I'm from. Like this whole area is more
Yeah, all the roofs of the buildings are
Asian
sweeping.
inspired.
Yeah, Asian inspired, pretty much.
In this world.
The different tiles and rooftops are kind of hooked out off to the top.
I was a little irritated. Who needs this money? It's too much.
But they're gonna give some. They're gonna give some of it to us.
Yeah, we're about to
You're
get
right.
paid.
We have
Yeah,
to be nice.
So they're.
Okay.
But no, because they're not gonna have as much because they're giving it to us.
And then we'll have more.
Okay, we'll be nice.
Yes.
Mhm.
Please be nice, everybody. Please.
I'm always nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not even gonna look at you as I walk by. I
I don't think that's true.
I go towards the magistrate's office.
All right, you all get off, I assume.
And we go to the magistrate's
Is
office.
there a weird place to tie up the horses?
Yeah, there's a small little post there out in the front. There's a couple guards standing in front of the office itself, but they assist you in bringing your cart over with your horses. Cool. Yeah. So you enter. See, one of the guards opens the sliding paper door there in front of you, and you walk inside a brightly lit interior with just a simple large counter there on the front, pretty much cutting off your half of the room from the back half. Some sitting arrangements there inside the room as well, and an elven woman standing on the opposite side of the counter, wearing very nice robes, simple, just coming down straight, wearing a very large, ornamental-looking hat that comes back.
Fancy. How big is this
Yeah.
hat?
From the,
Is it larger than a bread box?
I think
you
about the
feeling
same
threatened?
size,
No, I
same
just
size
like
as the
it.
bread box.
I like it.
Yeah, same size as the bread box.
I like
just about.
it too.
Ow.
This better not become a TF2 thing where you just keep stacking hats on top of your hats. I don't know what we were trying to pass. That seemed outward.
I was trying to be subtle about it. My bad.
All right, as you enter the magistrate's office, she gives you all a bow and welcome to the office of the Shodai. How may I help you this evening?
We are on really special, important business from Pruna Good Earth, and we have a letter for the daimyo.
Letter for the daimyo. All right, she'll take that.
Daimyo.
She
Daimyo?
Daimyo.
Daimyo?
Daimyo.
Daimyo. Sorry, I'm not from here.
That's all right.
This
We
is
get a lot of
painful.
visitors here. Let me just take a look at this.
Daimyo.
She looks at the letter, sees the seal in the back. All right, just please wait a moment here in the waiting room. I'll head back and I'll hand this off, and we shall get everything sorted out for you.
Lovely, thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Are there any free snacks in the waiting room?
There's a bowl of candy at the desk.
There's a small little bowl of either like candied pecans that are there, and maybe another bowl of dried fruit.
Heathens.
I take two and I give one to you.
No.
Just eat it.
Just take a whole handful.
Wait, Ricky, what is this?
They're candied pecans. Do you want one?
It looks like a pecan. Oh, sweet! What is the candy?
Crunchy, nutty. It's candied, so it's just more like has a
Candied?
coating of sugar.
It's been caramel. It's been covered in caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel? Grandma's never had caramel.
Oh, there is so much I have to show you.
Chocolate! I used to have chocolate.
when they first invented chocolate.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
continue,
Okay.
please.
It's on chocolate.
What did they say? I'm so sorry. Continue.
Oh, man.
I'm elbowing Jade at this point, just like away from the other group. Hey, Jade.
What?
You went by Rose with the other group. You went with Rose by the other group.
Yeah, I mean, I only use Jade with you.
Oh, that's right.
I don't. That's just for you. I don't really.
Okay, I was just wondering what the history was with that. Are you comfortable with me calling you Jade? I never asked. I was a kid when we kind of did this.
Yeah. I mean, my name is important to me, but it made you happy, so I just went with it.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I mean, it's how you. I'm imagining you do that. It's like,
Yeah, as you see them grabbing so much
what the fuck are you doing?
with a large clatter.
What the fuck? Don't worry about it.
Put it all back
Put it back.
now.
Spit
You
it
see-
up, Ricky.
You see one of the magistrates come back in through the door in the back. Is everything okay?
I've never had caramel before!
I'm
We
sorry.
have more if you'd like.
It's amazing, I'm sorry, I got a little excited.
That's
800
okay.
years and I've never had caramel before.
It's okay. I'm glad that you were able to enjoy it.
The entire bowl is gone.
Yeah,
It's just on the floor.
just a few more moments, please. She turns back to the doorway through a little curtained walkway there.
Anyways, cool. I'm just gonna keep going with what we're doing now then.
Just do whatever you're doing.
All right, cool.
Did you get enough?
Yes.
Crap. Okay.
I
We're
can
off to
always
a
eat
start
more.
here in the magistrate's office.
Did it break?
No.
Okay.
Are you lying?
No.
It's fine.
It's right here!
Look at this bowl.
Is it broken or chipped or anything?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
This is actually canon now that Zane knocks over the bowl.
Yeah, no, it's in canon. 12.
12. As you're kind of looking closer, there don't seem to be any visible chips around the edges of the bowl, but you see a faint crack through the top to the bottom. It's still together, but
It's not broken, is it?
Just put it down. Just don't touch it.
I can fix it.
Fix it. Fix it.
Oh, alright.
Mending.
bending. You see Grandma pick up the bowl with a small little flash of a darkish greenish energy. The bowl now returns to its original state. No crack,
Oh,
and it's normal.
nice.
Good job.
But yeah, don't touch.
I wish I could do magic.
Can.
I mean, you
Can
can.
Magic.
I can teach you magic. Alright. Side mission.
All right.
More of them.
If you want to learn magic, let me teach you? I don't trust your magic.
I learned magic from the world. Gaia herself.
I learned
taught
it
me
from
everything.
books.
Books sound lame.
Yeah, we can dig.
Learning it
700
from
feet
Gaia
into
the
the
Earth
ground.
sounds a lot cooler than reading
It
it.
does sound a lot cooler.
I'll teach you how to grow claws, and we'll go underground for 4 years.
Yeah!
Hey, all right.
Maybe not now.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no, we have
inside
to
the magistrate's
later.
office.
Later.
All right. So a few moments pass before the same woman eventually comes through the the curtain doorway again, and yes, we have everything prepared for what you have been allotted. She's carrying actually a chest. She walks in through, places it there on the table, as well as reaches under the desk and refills the bowl with candied pecans and dried fruit.
I purposefully hold my hands behind my back. Just like, not like obviously, but just like kind of like, not touching it.
I'm just watching. As soon as I see her go, I'm like,
She's filling it back up again and goes back under the counter again to put the bag down. And she comes back up.
Don't touch it.
All right. Well, it seems to me, according to this letter that you have delivered, we've sent the urgent announcement to the daimyo, and hopefully she will take care of that soon. She heads over to the chest and opens it, not on your end, but she opens it on her end, just shining a gold little aura, like Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase. And she does a quick calculation. All right, I hope this is perfectly fine for all of you, and spins it around to the rest of you, and there is probably about 2,000 gold pieces.
Can I Rain Man count these gold pieces?
Go for it. Just
What would I roll for this, Christian?
intelligence, do it.
Oh man. Let's see what happens. Oh man, that's actually really good. 17.
17. All right. It takes you a few moments, maybe like 10, 15 seconds, and you eventually reach
there's
up
enough.
to 2,000 gold pieces, and you see the gold pieces are the same.
The gold peepers.
The gold
These
pieces.
gold peepers, look at those gold peepers.
do not spill your tea. I swear to fuck, we will not be like that end of the table.
At the party table.
Yeah, but you do see the gold pieces are the little oval kind, and not just the perfectly circular kind.
Excellent.
All right, I shall leave this there in your possession, and I believe that our accounts are settled.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're very welcome. Have a good night and enjoy your stay here at Minamo Crossing.
May I bother you for one more favor?
If it's something within my power,
Candied pecans?
yes.
May I have some more of those?
Sure. Do you just want like a bag?
If you would be so kind.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. Sure.
Hey, I give you bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah!
You're inspired.
plus 8.
D8.
Oh no, it's not inspiration.
It's not.
It was
It's
the
not
first one was
advantage.
a 13,
13.
and then
Plus-
plus a
And then
D8.
you add a
Plus
D8 to it.
D8.
Yeah,
And then your
That's
and then your
12.
persuasion.
and then your persuasion modifier. Okay, so we're at 18.
plus persuasion, which is plus 3, so 21.
21 for a bag. Okay, she's like, she pulls out. She goes under the counter and pulls out another bag of candied pecans and just sets it on the counter there for you.
She opens a look at it.
Yeah.
She's like, Grandma will never forget this. And she takes the bowl and pours it in. Reseals the bag with it there. It's
Okay.
like, thank you.
You're very welcome.
There's another question that I must ask.
Yes.
What? Two, I guess. One, where is your supplier for these things?
Supplier for our candied
Pecans, yes.
pecans. I believe they have a They have a shop down
New
in the
side
main
quest.
market.
Okay.
And on the other side of the
Grandma,
river.
we can pay him a visit later. We'll get you like 6 pounds.
I have like a life's worth of candy pecans.
Are you sure? You kind of went at those pretty hard. This is no shade.
We'll think about it.
Okay. Second question. What's up with the spirits taking people and drowning them in the river?
Yes. Well.
Is that like a new thing?
No.
And are
it's-
you hiring?
No, we are not hiring.
Oh.
The daimyo has actually put in a request for a professional to deal with these sorts of spirits. They
A
should
professional
be.
ghost hunter.
Yes, they called for an exorcist.
Neat.
Cool.
They will be arriving hopefully sometime tomorrow, and when they do arrive here, they shall hopefully take care of this unfortunate happening here in our city. And answer your question, it hasn't happened before. It's only happened, since maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
Was there anything else the daimyo wanted of us, or is this where our help of this ends with this letter?
Well, according to the letter, I believe this is where our connections end.
Didn't she want to talk to us?
I thought the daimyo requested us.
That is no news that I've heard, no. Who are you, exactly?
We don't have a name.
Uh,
We don't have one.
What?
All right.
We should
Well-
think of a name.
How about traveling circus?
the wandering circus.
Wandering circus.
That sounds good. I like that. I was in a circus once.
What
Yeah.
about the flying circus?
Do we fly?
You all are a bunch of monkeys.
That was a joke.
I'm actually a cat.
I'm a cat though.
All right.
Don't be racist,
So, wandering circus.
Who's the real monkey here? Me or the human? Let's be real.
That's true.
I was being metaphorical.
Wandering circus.
The wandering circus.
Yep.
All right.
We're
well,
a band of skilled and brave
They're
adventurers.
not a circus. They're
Oh.
not a circus.
Isn't that a little misleading?
that's, yes, I believe that is very misleading.
Our methods are a little unorthodox, but we get results.
All right. I'll take your word for it. If there's anything else you need of me,
No,
No,
don't think
I
so.
guess not.
all right. well,
Oh wait, do you know of an inn that we can stay in town?
I know of a few. How luxurious are you wanting it?
Middle of the road.
I shake the box full of 2,000 gold.
Middle
I
of the
sleep in the
road.
dirt.
Middle of the road. All right. Well, middle of the road, we have. Hold on, let me look at this up.
DM
real
pause.
quick.
Well,
DM
DM
looks for
pauses.
notes.
pause.
I will have martini.
Front
This
is
tea is
nice.
delicious.
No
So,
one.
Ah,
No one.
As she looks down
Everyone.
into her as a semi concierge, she looks down at her notes. Yes, we have fairly good inn for mostly tourists and travelers. It's called Minamo Springs. A very nice inn setting, and it does have a hot springs attached to it. If you would like to
Hot spring
partake.
Yeah,
part
the last time we had a hot springs thing, that was real fun.
Oh, you're
It's
still
real
on
great.
about that.
Okay, thank you so
Real
much. I just, as I turn, I just go with my tail across Ruby's face, real hard.
Oh,
Yeah. And I'm like,
Um,
thank you.
Kat
and
starts
some
counting the
coffee.
money and splitting it amongst
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
like
okay.
I just like hand it over to you.
How
This
much
box.
is it between
Thank
all of them?
you.
Okay, so are we splitting it 6 ways?
It's 333.
Hello.
And 2 gold
Hello,
pieces
everyone.
left we could give
To
Nix.
Nyx, yeah.
Okay.
So 333 gold
Yes.
pieces for everyone,
Nice.
except for Nyx, who
Except
gets
for Nyx.
Two
Two
gold
gets
pieces.
two.
Excellent.
He's lucky just to be here right now.
Wow, 2 gold
For like
out
standing
of
around.
2,000.
I started with more.
I have
had
less
like
than
2
1% of the gold.
Take it up with your boss next.
This is good. You're part of the 1% now.
Listen, if you do
I'm
good,
less
I may
than
give you a
1%.
raise.
333.
We keep you alive as well.
That's very true. Thank you for that.
It's perspective.
That's yes, I agree.
Remember, you are fortunate.
Thank you, Grandma.
Are you
No,
threatening
we got
Nyx?
120.
No,
No.
I'm just stating the obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Alright, so we'll head over to the Minimo Springs.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess as we're walking.
Okay.
Wait, so is that everything we've been promised of getting paid? We went to like the Guild of Penguin to here. We're not like collecting any more stuff, right?
Don't believe
I don't
so.
think
What
so.
if we beat the exorcist to the monster?
That's fine and all, but I guess my question is, y'all jumped on a name. Are you two sticking around with us? Because I thought you were heading north.
Aren't we all headed north?
I mean, we don't really have a direction, but it seems as if
Well, I
you
thought we
two
were
do.
heading north to go find that one guy who was smuggling stuff in for the master
yeah.
of the jewels shop.
Alright.
Because where do they say that my group is at? I didn't know my notes
They're
last.
they're in the south, either in the Dulgorum or in Calderam.
Fuck me up.
Okay.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a courier nearby? I need to send money to my family.
Oh yes. If you don't
Take us
mind,
to the post office.
we can take care of that here as well if you'd like. Our couriers are first rate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it free?
No, it isn't free like most. It's about a silver piece per.
That's okay.
All right.
That's a steal.
Okay, I don't know how much money I have in general, so I'll have to deal
We
with
can do that later. Yeah,
I'll
we just say you
give-
did it, and then
Yeah,
we can do that later.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. And I just write the address down or whatever. and
Yeah,
just
sure.
give it.
I committed to that bit, just smuggling, whatever, doing that. What I do from that point, I might be going to see what my group's up to. Whether you all join me, that's up to you.
How long have you been away?
Since I picked you up from school.
Okay, so not like super long, but
No,
long enough.
but apparently they're still dealing with something, so we want to see what's up.
Okay. Did
Haven't
you
heard for them.
leave before they dealt with it, or while they were dealing with it?
Everyone's just like, God?
Yeah. No, basically, they're still dealing with it.
So I was there when they were dealing with it, and then I left.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I thought that they might have figured it out, but it's been a couple of weeks and they haven't heard from them. That's worrying.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's pretty worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you then.
Alright, well, I guess we're a group at least until we deal with the weird smuggling dude.
yeah, and I hope that's quick. I guess it depends on how long.
We do have to head back south to bring him to that shop owner or whatever.
That's true. So maybe on the way back I could just keep going.
The Shadow Man?
Oh, you mean the thief? No, I mean, we haven't had any leads on that.
He hasn't shown up yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Was Grandma was there when we got the smuggling? Yeah, you were there. Yeah. You know these things.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we can find that guy, bring him back, and then I'll head my direction if you want to come. You can.
I mean, I like you. This has been fun.
We can cross that bridge when it happens, I guess. I
Yay.
don't really have any
Also,
current future
We've
plans.
been friends for years.
We have that's fine if you want one, Grandma. I don't know if you
I'll
have
always
any.
run into you.
I just didn't know if you guys had anything going on.
Can I go?
also,
Yeah, you could come if you want to.
if your group hasn't like dealt with that, maybe we can deal with it and get money.
I mean, yes. I'm assuming the reason they haven't dealt with it is because they need the help.
Cool.
I mean,
So-
Sorry.
Yes.
Speaking of that, we're now like part of a monster guild thing, right? So you can get jobs from that, and we can like beat up monsters and
I
get
mean,
paid.
if you want to be part of the Gilded Fang and get money from them specifically, you have to be part of the Gilded Fang.
I thought they said that like
We can
You're
help,
part
but
of
we
it.
don't get paid by them.
I mean, yeah,
I
I trust
got-
you enough to
I-
divvy up some
they-
funds where it's due. I keep you alive.
Listen, I'm aware, but the reason I got money from the guild is because I was a part of that guild and they sort of took care of me while I was growing up. They let me live, and that was my payment. Not that that's like they were holding it over me, but whatever. But like I need to get initiated if I need to get jobs to get money, yes, and I will give you all money if you help me through that. However, they might ask you to be initiated if you're walking in with me and we're splitting their money and you're not initiated with them.
Wait,
I don't know.
You're not initiated. I thought that was why you
I
beat
thought
up
that's
that
what the
old
fight
guy.
was for.
But
That
he was a test, but then he said I needed to bring in a kill to the guild, and that's what would get me initiated.
Yes, that was more of a personal test from for someone who knows the adventuring group that you grew up with, basically. And for you to be initiated, is you have to go back to him. He'll set up a kill for you and whomever wants to join you, and you'll have to embark on that quest.
Oh, I've never asked you. Is there a bounty out for me?
Make an intelligence check as you were looking down that wall on the
7.
7. There was a lot of weird monsters on there. You can't really.
I mean, we've come across you before, Grandma. I don't know if we were just following leads or if that was something that they were giving in to my friends.
We can go back and find out.
No need.
Okay.
They just
We
want
have
to
to-
kill me.
As long as you aren't showing up as, whatever around them, then it should be fine.
Fair enough.
All right, so you eventually make your way back out through the gates of the walled-off city within. You head across back the river as yes.
Do we have to pass by the river to get to?
He
our
literally just said we
Yeah.
crossed the river.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to
As
cross
we're
over the river again.
crossing the river? I want to cast Divine Sense.
Divine sense. Okay, go for it.
All right, it happens.
It happens. So
All right,
boom,
do it.
boom. All right, so within what 30 feet of you?
Good question. Might be 60. Divine sense.
And it's like celestials, fiends, and undead, right?
60 feet. Celestials, fiends, and undead.
60 feet.
including
Celestials,
ghosts.
fiends.
Ghosts.
All right, so
Yes, please. Thank you so
as
much.
you cast divine sense, everyone you see, just a small like blast of divine aura come out from Zane as he begins to scan around the entire area. And as you're looking over, yeah, like that,
Sniffing over.
like a fine wine, you look over the edge of the of the bridge itself, and you look down into the dark running waters, maybe a good 10 or so feet below you, and you do sense a small little specks here and there of undead.
Specs?
Yeah, specks is more like entities
But a
Of
few of
undead.
them.
traveling through the river.
Whoa.
You feel them go from one end of the bridge where you're looking, and you feel it traveling up through.
Is it
and
going upstream or downstream?
It's going upstream.
Oh.
I'll be breaking from the group, being like running to the edge of the bridge, being like,
yeah.
Saying what the fuck you doing?
An undead in the water.
How many?
I smell 3.
There's about. You smell 3 at first as you follow those 3 across the other end, and as you're looking back and telling everyone, you sense another 2 or 3 pass through.
3. No, 5. 6.
About 6.
About 6. There. Right
I
there. You
look.
see 'em?
I look
You smell
over
'em?
and look over. Do I see anything?
Make a perception check.
can I also percept to see them?
Sure.
I'm now looking for
Natural 20.
All right, Jade, as you look over the edge and look at where Zane is pointing, you see now Zane is just looking every which way in the river, not really finding a specific point after your divine sense ends. But you, Jade, using your acute sense of sight for a cat, you see small little ripples going through the river, and not in conjunction with the way it's flowing either. You see a small little ripples heading upstream, and they eventually fade, and eventually the river continues flowing like normal.
Weird.
There's some stuff in this river. It's real.
Do we follow it or what?
Should I shoot it?
Also, Ruby's necklace is just
Yeah, I think there's one right there.
Wait, which one?
the one you got from the lake.
I
All right, I take a second and I try to channel into this necklace.
You try to channel into the necklace?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check then.
Okay.
so I
Talk
have
to
a
them.
spell called Turn Undead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
and each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet of me must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Or they become afraid of her.
It's true.
Your channel divinity.
I don't know if they're within 30 feet of us, though.
Yeah.
Once they
Okay.
disappeared out of my
That's
sight.
good to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're beginning the channel, you feel your consciousness almost pouring itself into the necklace, but eventually it pushes you back out.
What the
And-
fuck?
Yeah, your vision begins to correct itself as a weird tunnel almost overtook your vision.
Is that good or bad? Because,
It doesn't feel good.
but is this how it usually happens?
You're not sure.
Have you done this before?
I did it once, and then it was just kind of like a link immediately. There was no sense as it was anything. It was just like, boop, I'm here.
Just a bad connection.
I'm talking
Maybe
to
try
demon.
turning it off and turning it back on again.
I shake it.
Yeah, at this point with your channel divinity or your turn undead, they've gone past already.
Yeah, but it's good to know
Yeah.
that you have that. 'Cause- Or well,
Is it still glowing?
What is?
The necklace?
No.
you
No, it
don't
hasn't
see
been
it.
glowing. He saw the.
Oh.
Because it's a fiend.
Oh,
So
okay.
his
Sorry,
fiend
I
sense
thought
was going
mine
like.
was-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Got it.
My bad.
No,
All
it's
right,
good.
so you eventually cross back through the river again, and this time instead of heading down the main road, you make a right as she gave you directions of where the Minimo Springs are, and pretty much as you made a right towards a main street that runs parallel towards to the river, you eventually make your way to the Minimo Springs, a very large, open-looking building, multi-leveled and very maybe a good 60 or 70 feet, taking a large portion of the block that you're on, and it looks to be like overlooking portions of the river there into the looking straight into the wall of the inner city. And yeah, wooden structure frame, various nice lanterns hanging outside, streaks of red going out through, and you see steam pouring out from behind the front of the building itself. And it feels very warm as you open the front sliding doors, and just a rush of warm air from the change of the chilly outside just envelops you. And
I just push Ruby inside.
you feel as your fur begins to
Thaw.
yeah, to thaw basically.
Your little
yeah.
paws
I
start
need
to
a
thaw
cloak.
out.
I need a cloak real bad.
Yeah, because you fucking wear nothing. And this
Listen, it's a look, and I gotta keep it.
All right, and as you open the doors there, you enter this very large inner waiting room with tatami mat there on the floor. Various other patrons and guests sitting on these round tables and cushions on the floor, being served various alcohols and various drinks, while a small little three-piece bard band are playing different instruments that you haven't seen before. One is a very long kind of wooden instrument with multiple strings stretched across the top of it. Another one almost looks like a lute, but only has a couple strings, and she has a small little wooden paddle that she's strumming the strings with. And the other one just seems like a normal drum set. You've seen that one before.
What's
But,
the general vibe of this place? Is it raucous or is it chill?
It's very chill, especially if you see all these patrons now wearing these very nice silken-looking robes, very fancy-looking, and they're all just drinking, having a good time. It's very chill, mellow, very warm throughout as well.
This is nice.
This is a good place.
And you see, yes,
Can Grandma do something?
yes. What would you like to do,
Just
Grandma?
kind of fade away from the party and find a couple having dinner and just join them.
Okay, so do you want to do it without them noticing, the party noticing?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check,
Cool.
and we'll use the same one for the couple you're joining.
They just continue having dinner and they don't even notice that Grandma sat down with them.
Pretty much.
12.
12.
I notice.
Yeah, a few of your party members notice as you try to walk on through silently, and you just sit next to a couple as they're staring at you. And you just sit down right there as they're eating some food and drinking some wine and drink. Yes, can we help you?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Oh,
yes.
my name's Grandma.
Okay.
What's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor.
Very nice to meet you,
Nice
Grandma.
to meet you. And you?
My name is Eliza.
Eliza.
Yes. She kind of whispers to him. Can we just go? Can we just kind of?
What are we drinking tonight?
Well, we are drinking some fine aged wine.
Grandma?
Yeah, you actually, unfortunately, you kind of caught us on our way
Grandma?
out.
Oh, but are they done with their food?
Yeah, you see the plates there. They're about 75% through. Done with it. It's mostly just leftovers at this point. So there's like, yes, unfortunately, we have to get back to our room and get some rest for the evening. Have a good night.
Grandma?
You too.
Grandma,
Thank
did you want a room alone?
He kind of
I'll be outside.
She's
puts his
gonna
arm
sleep
around her,
outside.
and they take off and head towards the back. Which you
That was
notice
gonna
now.
finish their food.
Yeah, you're gonna sit there.
Yeah. This is people are like, oh, I'm fancy now. Look at me.
All right. You see, they walk on through towards the back, where there's a very large staircase to the back left of the room you're in, the very large room, with a small little fabric covering the top of it as they pass through, going up. And you notice now another set of open pathways on either side of a small-looking counter with a dwarven gentleman sitting there in the middle. And you notice that there's steam pouring out from the top of those open pathways there.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. Or good afternoon. Evening. Sorry.
I know you're inside.
I've been in here for the longest time. How can I help you?
We would like to get rooms, please. Grandma said that she wanted to sleep outside.
Sounds
so
right.
We will. I kind of want my own room.
What about Nick's?
You have the money. Like,
Yeah.
how
How much
not a
is the
child,
room?
Ricky? You can do what you
A
want.
room
Just
here
let
is
people know.
about 5 silver pieces a night.
Oh, that's really cheap.
That's fine.
Everyone just muttering this up. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we're good.
Yes, the rooms are
You
5
want
silver
the money?
pieces a night. If you'd like to
You can share my
use,
room if you want.
if you'd like to use the baths, those are an extra gold piece.
Oh, fancy. Is that is that unlimited?
It's per night as well,
Oh, okay.
attached to your room.
That's fine.
All right. How many rooms will you be needing?
Do you want to share or do you want to split off?
I'm gonna share with Pam.
Cool. I get my own. Thanks.
All right. 1 room, 2 rooms, 3,
4.
4 rooms.
No bat for me.
Oh,
Nix,
no
do you
bath?
want to
Nix,
share?
you
or do
can
you
share
wanna...
with me if
Okay.
you want.
Sure.
Cool.
Thank you. And
Guys, night.
all right. That will be with 4 rooms, no bath. Let's see. It will be 20 silver pieces for the rooms, and 3 gold pieces for the bath.
Okay,
Right.
I will put forth
It's
At
in
one
total
point-
5 gold
1.5.
for a night, depending on how many nights are you staying.
Are we leaving in the morning?
Can we do like a night by night thing?
Well, minimum 2 nights.
Okay.
Oh well,
We have to stay here for 2 days,
we don't have to. We just leave the room.
but we have to buy 2 nights.
By 2 nights. Don't you want to look at this ghost
you
thing
wanna
or
run
whatever?
They took their glasses.
Fine. I will give 3 gold to the
3.
man.
All right, 3 gold. We need for 2 nights. We need another 7,
7 gold.
For the bath and stuff.
including the bath.
It's 5 silver a night plus 1 gold for the bath.
I'll just
So
give it-
for
Oh, I
one
was
night,
just
it's
gonna-
1.5 gold
I
per
just
room.
put down 10 silver for my 2 nights of rooming.
All right, 10 silver. No
I-
bath for
I
him.
put down, like whatever I need to give.
Okay.
Sure,
I
how much
throw
that
money.
is.
Just put down money until the person
Let me
looks
pay
happy.
For Jade. I'll pay
No,
for
I'll
Jade.
pay for you.
So
I
wait,
already said I was going
You
to.
guys are sharing
Hey,
a room?
listen to your elder now, huh? I'll pay for Jade.
All right.
Fucking knock you fuck over. Punch you in the fucking throat.
All right.
wanna do
We'll
it.
just say everything's
I just
nice
cut
and
you.
square.
Your leg, 'cause
Um,
I'm so short.
Okay, perfect. Here are your room keys. He hands
there's
you
some I
4 room keys. They're 2 of them next to each other and across the hall. Basically, that's how it is. You shall find all the for the ones that purchase the baths. You'll find all the necessary amenities you need for that in your
Sick.
room.
Yeah.
You'll have very nice robes as well if you'd like to lounge the area with them. And there's also another recreational room upstairs with various games and or revelry, I suppose.
Can you recommend a blacksmith in this town?
A blacksmith? I think we just have a. There is a generic one that I know of down in the main market square.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be across of that that statue of the dragonborn or
Okay.
whatever.
Also
Quick
looking.
question for the group. Sorry, silver is 100 silver for 1 gold or
10.
10.
Cool, thank you.
10 silver per gold.
It is not World of Warcraft.
Base 10 system.
Not the
Yes,
world.
base
of
10.
Warcraft.
Yes, Grandma.
Excuse me, I would like to purchase a bottle of wine.
Oh, okay. How fancy of a bottle of wine do you want?
Something red with light tannins, a floral bouquet, and
All right, for an entire bottle, that will be 3 gold pieces.
She throws 4 at him.
Oh, man.
that's a
Thank
tip.
you. Oh,
Here, do you need
Thank you
me
very
to
much.
help her?
I'm okay. thank
Okay.
you. He reaches down and pulls up a very nice corked bottle of red wine there for you.
You don't need to hide it. You look like you hurt pretty bad.
I'm all right. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
This suffice for you.
sitting at the dinner table.
Oh, I thought you were with
I
everyone.
said, no, I said I went to go bother that people.
Oh, you're
and
still
I
there?
stayed there.
Oh, you stayed
Yeah,
there.
she's
Okay,
still
perfect.
sitting there eating, finishing their dinner.
All right. So then, as a waiter comes by through.
Sorry. I was confused by
Yes. All right. Sure. I'll take care of that for you. He grabs the gold pieces, goes up to the bar there that's in the back, and he pulls off a very nice looking bottle of red wine here for you. Would you like a glass and for me to uncork it for you?
Let me have a taster.
Yes, of course. And he pops the cork, gives you a small little taste, and hands it over.
That'll do.
All right. He sets the bottle there.
The Foley work.
Okay. Is there anything else you need from me?
Not at the moment. Thank you, kind
He gives you a nod and
person.
continues to walk about and serve the other guests there. And the rest of you head up to your rooms?
I'm gonna ask the concierge question.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
So 2 things I'm looking for. Can you recommend a good shop for possibly magic enchanted items, and a bookstore with more of your lore type of books.
Lore type of books. All right. Well, I guess one of the most up and coming newer magic enchantment shops that we have around here. It's been putting a lot of these other places that we've had out of business, honestly. I don't know, you might have seen it coming up the main road here from the entrance. It's Mob's Mystics.
Oh man, a franchise putting all those mom and pop enchanters out of business.
You gotta keep up in this economy.
This
There is
economy.
no ethical consumption in capitalism.
And as for books based on lore, I don't think we have any really for sale. Mostly tall tales, stories. If you want actual historical text, you'd probably have to go to the Grand Library that's within the walls of the Daimyo's palace.
Is that open to civilians?
I believe it does not. No.
Noted. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Well,
It's like leaning in
Oh, we
front
just
of it.
pour it directly onto the mic.
Would you like some tea, listener?
Someone asked for
This
some.
becomes an ASMR.
yeah.
When you knocked it over. Oh.
Can I go to the blacksmith? Would you guys mind? I know we're having like a bonding time, but
What?
Who's bonding?
Who's bonding?
okay, I'll just leave then. Bye.
No, wait. If you want, that sounds weird. Do you want to bond? No, I just didn't know. I didn't realize we were bonding. I thought we were buying rooms.
Yeah, y'all want to get dinner together or something?
Not gonna lie, I think most of the shops are probably closed right about now.
It is nighttime. We don't need to shop right now.
Well, sometimes they'll let you rent. I can do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, here is all of your room keys. I assume you're here to come and see the that exorcist that's coming in tomorrow.
Yes.
Do you know anything
Yes.
about him?
Not really. I don't really deal with much of these, supernatural things. Mostly that apparently he's very good and he's come from the capital up north.
Is he putting on a show or something?
Well, I mean, he's doing it, on the river, out in the open.
Do you know when?
I suppose whenever he arrives tomorrow. I heard it's early morning or something like that.
Is he working like all day?
I'm not sure how exorcism goes. It could be just like a one and done thing, or it could be, over a course of.
Sometimes exorcisms don't take, and you gotta do multiple. And sometimes the first one's fine, and then it takes.
If it doesn't go fast, he's a sham artist. I know this much.
Oh.
It is a one and done thing. I've done some before.
You've exercised?
Oh yes. Remember that one time we ran up all the stairs to pick up Brandis?
Uh-huh.
That was exercise.
Oh, you're right.
Well, we
Yes.
can see what's up with him tomorrow. Thank you for the information.
Yes, you're very
I have a
welcome.
question. I like kind of look at that.
I kind of leans over. Yes. What can I help you with?
Where do you have food around here?
Food. I mean, you can order that here in the main dining area if you want. There are also some crystals in your rooms that you can talk into if you need any services or anything brought up.
Crystal.
That's fucking
Magic
sick.
talking crystals.
We have room service. Amazing.
Should we have a sleepover?
We can if you
Why
want.
did we get different rooms?
Because we
I
can
mean, like,
afford
we
it.
don't like sleep at a sleepover.
We can just hang out until we get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just mostly having fun, and then like, all right, bye, and then we just go to our own rooms.
Next, we're hosting.
You never been,
All right.
Zane?
Thanks.
Sleepover?
What do you mean? I have what? I have a bed? Yeah, I purchased one. It's in
No,
my room.
stupid. If you ever been to like a good fun
Have I ever
sleepover.
been to? I can't understand
Zane
your
doesn't
accent
really
sometimes.
have fun.
I have fun. It's fun, like walking.
That is incorrect. His fun is spiteful.
And thinking.
Okay.
His fun is spiteful.
And
Yes.
brooding.
Sleepover at Ruby and Nix's room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh God. Alright.
All right. So you take your keys and you head up that large staircase there through the curtains up towards your rooms. There are two of them on each side of the walls, like this, and you find your ones. And Ruby's and Nix's are a little closer to the end of the hallway.
I pop in my room first to just drop my stuff off.
Okay. You pop in your room, drop your stuff off. It's very nice. The mattress there is very soft, very large, with little open window that you have on your end.
Fancy.
I
Yeah.
just start ordering food as soon as I get in there.
Okay.
And wine.
There's nice silk robes and whatnot that you need for the bath, and you start ordering just some food and wine as you enter, and you see the crystal's like a sort of luminescent or not luminescent, see-through,
Translucent.
that's it. A translucent blue, and as you speak into it, it glows as you do, and after you speak, it sort of blinks like pulsing, and eventually turns into a bright green, which means I got your order. So
I thought it was like a back and forth kind of thing. It's just a little weird now.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. I thought I was going to be speaking to another person, and it turns out I'm literally talking into a rock that talks to another person.
Okay.
Sorry.
all right, and Grandma, you're just drinking your wine downstairs.
I would probably try and regale the neighbors with stories from the Underdark.
Okay,
Just like anybody sitting around, it's like, one time I was.
go ahead and make a charisma check.
Wonderful. How charismatic is your
Not bad.
grandma?
Not bad. Your average grandma is
317.
17. All right. As you go around the different tables and sit down
Once
and
she's sitting by, she's not leaving.
Oh,
She's
okay,
just
okay.
at the table she originally got, and there's like people probably left.
just
and
leaned
right.
over. It's you kind of begin to tell your story at them, and at first they're just like, "Who are you?" And they continue minding their own business, but eventually they start hearing, and they're like, "Oh, this is
They're
interesting,"
getting into
and
it.
they're getting into it. Yeah, they start listening to you for pretty much as long as you keep talking.
I think I'd try just start telling, and if I attract more people, it maybe becomes more like dinner theater or like a show where grandma's just like, and so the year was I was 415, and I
Okay.
was underground.
You see some of them begin to pull some tables together, and they actually start sitting around and listening to you more.
I need more wine. This one's empty.
A couple-
Another
a-
bottle of wine.
Now you don't even have to buy. A couple of people begin pouring some
Love
wine
it.
there for you.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. You eventually ordering food. Zane, what are you doing?
I will begrudgingly, as I see Ricky probably prancing by in my room, just be like,
Ricky, as you skip towards your
Yes.
room, Jade and Pam, you guys go to your room, and yeah, you have 2 beds there for you two. Very nice sized robes on each, various amenities that you need. No window though, unfortunately, but you feel the warmth coming in from the hot springs that are nearby. And then you all gather what you need and eventually head into Ruby and Nix's room.
I take the pillows off of my bed
Okay.
and then bring them with me.
I'll take the time in my room to take off my armor so I'm not like clank, clank,
Clank, clank, clank, clank.
I'm
Okay.
now just in.
I'm just like throwing
Robes, Zane.
pillows and like extra blankets on the floor
Get
and
all
like.
excited.
Okay. I've never done this before. And Nix begins grabbing some things and just copying whatever you're doing, Ruby.
It's fun.
All right, and now you've all eventually convened into Nixon's and Ruby's room, and all the various foods and whatnot and alcohol that you ordered arrived to your room as well. And yeah, you're currently in here.
Guys, so are we gonna go watch? We're gonna watch The Exorcism tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he fucks up, we can just take it over.
I don't know if I can shoot ghosts.
Well, Zane can apparently.
Zane,
so
can you shoot ghosts?
I mean, I don't use guns,
He
but
can exercise
ghosts are my forte.
them for a day.
Yeah, when I was my brief stint in Paladin school, I excelled.
But you never finished.
That's fine. Nobody. Did you finish school?
Yeah,
No.
I graduated.
Anyway, I excelled at ghosts.
What was your grade at ghosts?
G.
G.
Gee, for ghosts. For ghosts.
Palm, you're also kind of holy, right?
Ghosts are scared of me.
Oh,
Shit.
that's good.
They should be. Precious, you're powerful and I respect you.
I respect you too. And then I kind of just pat, like I tried to.
I like
Climb
sit down
I
crisscross
just pat her on the
applesauce.
head.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
I'm
"You're a
sure
good
between the
one."
2 clerics, not cleric, paladin, you figured out.
Is there anything that you guys can do to make me like, like
I gave you those bullets. You have smiting holy bullets.
I don't have smiting holy bullets. I have smiting holy rocks.
I mean, but what happens if you like tape it to the end of your bullet and put it in your gun?
do we have tape?
Uh,
Is tape a technology we've developed?
I don't think tape is. There's probably substances that you can
Hey Nix, have you
Attach
invented
to something.
anything that allows you to attach one thing to another thing
Glue?
instantly?
I mean,
Strain.
nothing like that. No, like I usually use screws and nuts and bolts and kind of
I'm
stuff.
just
You have tape.
sitting there, just like, fucking. I pull on your sleeve a little bit.
What?
I think I'm just noticing. Zane's kind of dumb.
I thought we went over this last time.
Did we?
I thought so because he didn't know where certain body parts were.
You're right. That's right.
Listen, he went to paladin school.
But you never finished.
That you keep bringing that up, but he's still got the powers of
I
a
know.
paladin.
It's weird.
Why is that weird?
I figured you would need to finish school in order for you to get powers like that.
There's a lot of paladins that don't get them from schools. You know that, right?
Right, they get them from like the gods or whatever.
Yeah, he's just got it from the gods. It's not like.
What he told me is that he just like takes it.
Listen.
Presumably they're having this conversation like between each other quietly to the side,
Yeah.
while the rest of us are having a raucous time over here.
Yeah, pretty much. yeah.
Listen. I don't. Okay, hi. He had to have asked for it at one point during school. I don't think he had a conversation with God like, hey, fuck you, and left. I'm pretty sure he just like continued to do what he was doing, not at the bard school. And gods aren't paying attention to you 24/7, so
Right.
they wouldn't be like, hey, this guy is misusing my stuff over here. Kill him. Like, I don't think that's what's happening.
Not yet, anyways.
Sure.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're just taking power from a god, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass if they don't know that that's happening.
A lot of people take powers from things, and sure, maybe some of them do, but a lot of them just
know what they're talking.
get them.
I'm cool with that.
Are you here with us?
Not really, but I'm not gonna make an issue of it.
I mean, it's not to do with you.
They're just like,
Yeah.
It's not your issue.
Yeah.
He's done nothing but help us the whole time. So
Yeah.
I'm not about ready to be like, hey, that's fucked up what you're doing.
I don't think it's fucked up. I just think it's a little weird. That's all. It's all good. Trust me. We're fine.
Are you bothered by people taking powers from things, or?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
All right. Well, when you do, let me know. We might need to have a conversation. And I just kind of scoot in with the rest of the group.
While that's happening,
Okay.
while the conversation is happening, I'm sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor. I turn to Precious, and I say, "Do you have any kind of because Zane does this thing where he does a spell, and then I feel like I can do things better, you know?"
Oh, kind of like a buff.
Yeah, like I'm being buffed. You could say he's supporting me.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything that would make me do magic super special holy damage?
Not the holy damage, but I have a shield of faith that protects all of us.
That's nice.
Also, I have less like Zane. I can also do something called Beacon of Hope, and I can maximum heal you, I guess. No one else.
Speaking of hope, there's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of things.
Somebody have-
but that's about it.
Do heroism.
Just as a fair warning, Ruby does not take buffs, he takes debuffs.
That's fair. I was just wondering if anyone could, because
Make you holy or make you have magic
I
damage?
can't do. I don't do magic damage.
Oh, so you're looking for something who can give you magic damage.
I started
okay.
looking through my book. Tomorrow I might be able to touch your guns and make them.
You can make a magic.
I can do that.
Like enchanting or.
I just need
Like
to read
temporary.
my notebook. I pull out my old paladin notebook.
His old notes from Paladin school.
There's like
Little doodles
there's
on
a
the
doodle of me as a stick person smiting a god on the front.
That's very blasphemous. for
Ruby
Paladin
is
school.
immediately
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because as a blood hunter, I get
Uh-huh.
my blood on things, and it gives it magic damage. Can I
Mhm.
do that for other people?
I think it's just you.
Fucking hell.
okay.
Touch your gun. Just hold your gun with fire. like, go! Shoot it! Alright, I just thought I'd ask because it's just a
I
whatever
appreciate it.
weapon.
I
This is
appreciate
a
it.
side note from someone who doesn't know anything. For can you enchant things as a cleric, or is that?
Clerics have a spell. They have spells that can allow people to do radiant damage. There's one spell because I play cleric in another campaign
Yeah.
that allows you to do you cast on someone and they can do an extra d4 radiant damage every time they hit.
Oh, I see.
And then there's also a spell that Zane apparently has called Magic Weapon, which you can touch a weapon and all the damage it does is magic for a duration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Counts
by
as
next
magic.
time I'll have
It's not.
something
It's
like
not cleric. It's
We can-
paladins can prep it.
Clerics have it also.
No, not
Okay.
magic weapon.
Magic Weapon, clerics have it.
No.
that.
Yes.
I think I can help you,
Yes.
but I'll have to
Because
get
I,
back
as
to
a
you.
cleric in another campaign, have it.
Maybe you're cheating.
Have you considered that you're cheating?
I will look it up.
You might be talking about holy weapon.
Like a honey.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
You know what? I can think about it and I'll come back to you.
I appreciate that. Because I don't think I can shoot ghosts.
I've never been around weapons before, but I can look up something for you.
Where do you live?
In a temple on the islands of Kowloon. If you've ever heard of that.
Haluran.
No. Yeah, there's
That's where you're from
there's no
too,
real
right?
Weapons.
Yes.
What was it like? Zane will let us go.
Horrible.
It's very agricultural.
Okay.
There's a lot of farming. We live in a temple and we help the sick. It's mostly based on agriculture and we provide food for the villages. We trade. There's no real weapons that happen. There's a lot of prayer and gods and maybe some spirit happening. We see some exorcisms. Exorcisms.
So you know
happening.
about ghosts.
A little bit. By
Okay.
faith.
Why did you come out here?
To help my family with money.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Am I here? Is our conversation done by this
Yeah,
time?
our-
Or-
Yeah, I think you can hear what's going on. Yes.
I would like to wrap up my story.
Okay.
And then once I did that, I would probably, if I could pull away from everybody, ask the front concierge person, like, where did my friend go?
Okay, sure. As you finish wrapping up your conversation, at this point, a good number of people are surrounding the multitudes of tables that have mishmashed to yours. So these people listening very intently to your stories. As you finish, you see a good number of them are like, some of them are crying, tearing up, and begin a slow clap, and eventually a thunderous uproar of cheers from under your room.
Yeah,
you all feel this. You're like, what's
You-
going on
you all feel
downstairs?
that.
But everyone wants to come up and shake your hand, pat you on the back, and everything like that.
Yes. Oh yes, a baby. Oh.
I don't eat those anymore.
Not for me.
All right, and you eventually make your way past the crowd through back to the front desk.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a magnificent story you were telling.
Thank you. It's been a long journey in these old bones of mine.
Yeah, so, well, all these young folk can get a lot of wisdom from older folks such as yourself and just myself as well.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have a room for tonight. I was with the party that was having trouble splitting up their funds earlier.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're upstairs. Room 215, 217, and then 218 and 220.
Okay.
Yes.
Do
Do you need to purchase a room for yourself as well, or?
Oh, that's okay. I'll sleep outside.
I mean, it's warmer in here.
Yes, but look at my clothing.
That's true. We have robes that you can change into if you'd like. They're very soft to
You'd
the
let
skin.
me go outside and sleep in one of your robes?
Sure. For that story and all that you've been through, I can perhaps misplace a robe somewhere.
You're a pretty weird person.
Judging from what you've been through, so are you.
It's okay, bud. I'm gonna go talk to my friends. But instead of helping me out, you were gonna give me a robe to sleep on the ground.
That is what you asked for.
You're
so
such a silly little man.
all right.
You have a good night.
You
Champ.
too. He just he's like okay, and continues writing some stuff down in his ledger and whatnot. As you eventually make your way upstairs, find the certain rooms, and you do hear your
Just
group
knock.
talking. You knock on each one, and it's the second one that you get to.
Hello.
Who is it?
Rema.
Come
Oh,
in.
Come in.
Oh.
We're having a sleepover.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
We're We're gonna tell stories, and we're gonna braid each other's hair.
I just
Can't bring my hair.
told the longest story.
Do you want
Oh,
some
yeah?
food, Grandma?
Downstairs, no, I'm drunk. But
Do you want more wine, Grandma?
yes,
Start pouring her.
she took a bottle from downstairs as well.
Yeah.
It's like, that was from Jefferson, and yeah. Oh, thank you. So I was just talking with people in the restaurant.
Well, we were talking about how we're gonna maybe fight the ghost tomorrow if that exorcist guy's not good at it.
Oh, I can kill ghosts.
Can you?
I've eaten a ghost before.
What's it taste like?
Oh, yeah. Like
Is
that?
that what it tastes
Like
like?
spearmint?
It tastes like the wind
Like
between
5 gum.
mountains.
Ooh.
This is what
Chili.
it tastes like when you chew on gum that is made of ghosts. And you see Grandma in a hangar inside 2070 era warehouse.
5 gum
And there's
commercial?
1,000 families and just a small dog that's like, "Rawr!" And then they all start going. Grandma's like, "Ah!" And that's what it's like to chew on a ghost.
Oh man. All right.
Gross.
So yeah, if he's not good at getting rid of the ghost, then maybe we can get rid of the ghost. And then everyone will like us because we're better at it.
Yeah, and then we can get paid for that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't we get promised a payment before we do it?
I mean, it would still be fun because I've never fought a ghost.
We could also just call it like a favor. To
Or
the
we could
daimyo.
just capture it and then threaten to
I-
release it if
I-
they don't.
Would we need a
That's
box?
okay.
Would we need a box?
Is there a
I
ghost
can hold
box?
on my big hands.
No, we're not catching it.
We just need to destroy the ghost. We're
just
not catching the
delete it.
ghost.
Hello?
A ghost!
Ghost.
Alright,
Ghost. All right. So, you all just have a merry, fun time inside this room, having a sleepover. You're all
Yes.
sleeping in this one room.
No.
No.
Oh,
We're
okay.
just staying
So
in
much
here.
for a sleepover.
We're just-
Well, it's like a hangout until we all get tired, and then we're all just gonna be like, okay.
It's like when we go to Austin's house and we talk until 4 in, and then we
And
go
then go home.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that sounds good.
Because no one's allowed to sleep in my house.
I braid everyone's hair.
Okay.
We don't
I
have
don't
hair for
think
you.
You
so.
to
have
do.
Not gonna
fur.
lie, after
I
like
make a lot of small braids.
That's intricate.
And that's
I-
painful,
and it might
probably.
be painful. And it's like, oh, don't, please, listen, I told you it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
also not gonna lie, like after a 3-day journey, you guys are probably all gonna need some baths.
We
And,
should go dunk ourselves. We get paid for that.
Late night dunk.
Late night dunk.
Hell yeah, I'm drunk enough for it. I don't care.
all right. So you all get out. Eventually make your way to the baths.
You don't wanna come?
No.
There's like a small reservoir in the room, I assume, right?
Pretty much, yeah. There's a small
Little
little.
wash basin.
Yeah, wash basin.
You can give yourself a sponge bath.
Yeah.
We bought a bath, right?
Yeah, it
we're
comes.
gonna go-
Yeah,
we're
We
gonna
did.
go baths. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
not
gonna
Zane.
go-
Nick did.
Not Zane.
Nick did.
Nick's did also. Yeah.
Okay.
But Grandma didn't
I'm just gonna walk and see
technically.
what happens.
All right. You all pretty much just walk in. Nothing really happens.
Figured.
Yeah. So you all take your very nice baths and eventually turn in for the evening, and that's where we will take our little break.
Yay!
Yeah, I drank like 3 cups of tea.
So thank you for keeping up with us for this long. We'll try and get those technical difficulties
One
out.
day.
One day.
Something to aspire to.
Something
Well,
to
also-
aspire to.
But tell us how the quality
Probably
is,
stop
because I think
talking
it's
to
better
each
right
other and
now.
actually progress with the
Has
story
been
eventually.
going well. I think
Listen,
there's
It's
we'd
good,
like to
but
talk
chat
about
can confirm. Hello, chat. I see
Hello.
you're
There's
there.
a delay. You
I
gotta
know.
let it
I
happen.
know. I'm not expecting it right away.
During the
I'm
break-
acknowledging chat.
During the break, let us know how everything is, and maybe we'll be able to fix it, or maybe we'll come back and we'll all be on fire. We'll see.
We'll
Who
come
knows?
back and we'll be dead. And
Yeah.
that'll just be the end of that, I
Are we
guess.
still live?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just
We've
making
been
sure.
live for all this time.
I would
Like,
hope
I'm
so.
hope
disconnected
so.
on my end, but that's okay.
This week brought to you. I can't do that. That's
My ghost
No.
gum.
Ghost
Ghost
gum.
Ghost gum.
Know how
This is how it feels to chew ghost gum.
I would love to see it.
Alright, see you. in-
All right, see you guys in about
Like 10
15,
minutes?
10, 15 minutes.
Please get out of the
All right, hello,
realm.
welcome back. Welcome back to Dungeons and Degenerates. So, picking up where we left off, everyone, you had your very nice baths, very warm, soothing after the long trip that you had, 3-day journey. Eventually making your way back into your rooms and finding yourself at rest. Ruby and Nick sharing a room, Jade and Pam. Grandma, you just head outside.
I would sleep under someone's bed.
Someone
I
said,
would try
okay.
and hide under there.
Yeah. then
Under
just-
whose bed?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my
Roll
God.
a D5. No, roll a D10. Divide by 2.
Yeah.
Pam doesn't mind.
I thought it was just going to be automatically
I
mine.
didn't set a parameter.
1, 2, 3,
It's gonna
4,
be
5, 6,
Pam's
7,
bed.
8, 9. Okay.
Okay.
There we
But
go.
before, but can you come to my room real quick?
Okay.
Thank you. I lead Palm into my room,
Okay.
and I close the door,
Okay.
and I go to my bag,
Okay.
and I root around,
All right.
and I pull out one of the gems I have,
Okay.
and I just give it to her.
What is this?
It's for your family.
Oh, what is it exactly? Like,
What is it?
Is it one of just the normal gems that you
It's
found?
one of the gems I have.
Okay. Yeah, you have a very nice looking sapphire in your hand. It's maybe worth probably a good, 100, 150 gold.
oh, I don't know if I can take this.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Where did you get it?
I found it
But where?
when we were just going around. I travel a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will never forget this. Thank you. And I just
Yeah.
put it away in my
I just
pouch.
want you to be able to give stuff to your family.
I won't forget this. Thank you.
But also, like, I don't have any diamonds yet. I know Zane was talking something about how, like, we needed diamonds, but I don't have any diamonds yet, so don't let them know I don't have diamonds yet, because I feel bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I kind of just like hug her.
I would lean down for help. Yeah.
I just hug her a lot, like really tightly.
All right.
You're so nice.
Very nice, warm hugs.
Question.
Yes.
This is different from the clear crystal gems we have.
Yes.
I just want to make sure
Wait,
that.
are you there?
No, I
No.
just want to make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
for
yeah.
my inventory that I'm not carrying 150 gold worth of these
Okay.
gems because I have a lot of them.
No, yeah. No, those are completely different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
those are
this,
completely different.
After we slept?
No,
this is before.
This is before.
As we're coming back up from the hot spring, I pull you aside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Sleep well.
Sleep well. Have a good
Okay,
night.
Bye. And then I kind of just like happily like walk over to my room.
All
Kind
right.
of feeling bad a little bit, but like pretty happy.
Still happy.
Too. Yeah.
All right. So, anything else before you'd all like to turn in for the night?
Nope.
All right. So, Ruby and Nix, you guys head to bed. Jade and Pam. Grandma, you pretty much like head up the stairs, and the dwarf there sitting there like looks at you, and he just continues doing his work as you head upstairs to the room, and then yeah, you sneak under either Pam or Jade's bed and just sleep under there. Yeah.
I like
and-
put one of my pillows
One
under
of
my
the
bed.
pillows.
And
Under.
then, like, put it down on the ground.
Yeah.
You see the little hands come out.
Just like, good night, Grandma. Okay, you too.
All right, and then Ricky, you nod off to sleep,
I go sleep.
and same
I
with
sprawl out on my big old bed that I got.
yeah, you have
Yes.
a big
Ricky.
old
Maximum
bed.
bed.
Sleep, and then Zane, you head to sleep as well. All right. So after a long travel night, sleep comes to take you all. You guys pretty much go unconscious into your nice fluffy beds. Zane,
Hello.
you wake up, and you're just in a room just pitch black. You stare up into what you assume is the ceiling. It's just black. You don't hear anything besides maybe just small dripping of some sort. Very slow, methodical. You get up and begin to look around, and as you try to pull yourself away from the what you assume to be your bed, you feel almost a dark black inky liquid kind of almost pulling you and attaching to your body as you try to stand. You eventually do, and you stand up on this black dark surface, and you see with every footstep that you make, ripples slowly emerge outward before You follow them, trail out into a dark abyss before you see ripples ripple back towards you. And you see a dark figure standing maybe a good 20 or 30 so feet away from you. You hear a voice ring in your head. You're going to need some stronger stuff, Zane.
Don't look at us, we're not fucking there.
This is
You're
your
just
dream.
staring into the void. You just happen to be in the void.
I am the boy.
It's been a long time since we've been able to, suppose, speak to one another. I know you like to keep me trapped and buried deep within your subconscious, but just wanted to let you know that I'm still there.
Am I able to speak? Am I able to like react to this? Or
Yeah,
does
as you
this
as you
freeze
try
something
to
up?
speak, you feel your voice coming out. You feel it. It doesn't feel like it comes out of your throat like how you normally speak, but you hear yourself pretty much think or project your thoughts in your own head. What do you say?
Say, you're gonna stay here forever till I get rid of you.
Well, I think you might need to be a bit quicker then. This, whatever you have, keeping me from taking over when you're unconscious, it seems to be losing its hold on me. Won't be long now until I'm able to not just speak to you like this, but before I'm able to, and you see a large amount of ripples pierce through the ground as you feel a step walk in your direction, and as you see the ripples bounce across your body moves in turn. Your leg steps forward as well, involuntary to you, as you see the ripples shoot out in turn. Well, just wanted to say hi, and that it's been so very lonely here trapped, and I hope that we can have talks like this again in the future. By the way, that other small one, the gnome.
The gnome.
Yes, the gnome cleric, I believe she is.
Halfling.
She smelled very familiar.
Pam.
Is that her name?
She's a halfling.
Oh, she's a halfling.
Listen, it's hard to distinguish race when you're inside someone's
It's
subconscious.
inside someone's
trapped for an
subconscious, yeah.
eternity.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine, I know you're racist.
He doesn't
well.
see race.
It doesn't
He's a
exactly
short
matter.
person.
Very fair.
But
Fair subconscious.
she smells very familiar. She smells like you and I, just faintly.
What do you mean?
As you see, as you say that, you see the ripples bouncing back every time his thoughts emerge towards your, his thoughts project to you, and eventually they stop, and you look up. It's now just another immense form of black. Before you wake up, you wake up jolting out of your bed in a cold sweat, looking around. There seems to be nothing around. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here in this room, but your room does have a window, and you feel the light slowly piercing through your curtains.
Does it look like I've slept walk at all?
Make a perception check.
Cool. 7.
You need to put that dice away.
7.
Not that you can tell. No, unfortunately.
Right.
All right.
Kicking this off.
Here it goes.
All right. So, Yeah, you all wake up for the evening. Or for
Morning.
Jeez, I'm getting my times mixed up. My
You slept for
God.
23
It's
hours.
like when you go to bed.
Finally.
It's like when you go to
True
bed
rest.
really early. You go to bed at like 7. You wake up at you wake up at 9. You're like, oh, I'm late for school. It's 9 o'clock. When you wake me up, it's like 9 p.m.
PM.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh. Yes.
yeah.
That's happened to me on
It is.
more
It's
than one
happened.
occasion.
yeah.
But yeah, you all wake up in the morning, early morning, the very familiar warm just sensation of the hot springs that you're in general, and just the smelling of very good breakfast foods, different from what you've been used to, but smells delicious either way.
I'm going around waking everybody up.
Right?
Because I have
Zane, wake up! It's time for breakfast! Open the door, Zane!
I don't know how that's
I don't know
doing
how
to
that
the microphone.
Terrible.
So sorry,
Slowly open
viewer.
the door. I look probably like twice as tired as usual.
Yeah, you see the bag is just droopier than normal.
Oh God.
oh, that was bad.
I'll get you some coffee. Go back to bed.
Make it 3 pints.
Of coffee?
Yes.
Okay.
He closes the door in your
I
face.
go to the next room.
All right, this
I
one's
won't knock on the table,
Do not
but
do
imagine I'm doing it.
this
Okay.
one's this one's Ruby and Nix's room.
I'm not stirring.
Yeah, you keep knocking. You're like, hello,
Hi, it's me. It's Ricky.
hey Ricky.
It's breakfast time.
Okay, I'll be down. Ruby will be down later.
Okay. I
Okay.
slide 2 silver under the door.
Oh, thank you. You just hear footsteps across the room, and the silver gets picked up.
All
You're
right.
just like starfish straight down.
All right, and you head over to
Hold up over to
To
the ladies.
the ladies' room. Yes.
Yes.
Pam is already up.
Yeah.
Morning.
Grandma's missing. She would have been gone hunting in the early morning.
Early morning.
For the kitchen. She like comes back with like 4 deer.
Okay.
Precious, in your magical medical opinion, is 3 pints of coffee good?
That's too much.
I thought so too, but I didn't know.
Why do you need 3 pints of coffee?
I don't. Zane wants it. He looks really bad. Like, normally he's like, but now this morning he's like,
Is he sick?
Does he look hurt?
no, he just looks like he's really tired. Like,
Okay.
sometimes he doesn't drink his flask because he runs out or whatever, and then he doesn't sleep, and then he's like really grumpy in the morning. But this time it looks like that one time where we were trying to sleep, but it was cicada season, and they were all crawling inside of this barn that we were staying in, and they were just really loud.
Okay, let's go help him.
Okay.
So I go follow her out to get the coffee.
Okay. And Jade.
I'm like, why?
Oh, by the way, it's breakfast time.
I mean, I'm aware. Yes. All right,
Alright.
then.
So you two head down, grab coffee for Zane, as the rest of you are getting ready. Grandma, you've just been gone.
I think, because she only needs to sleep for like, what, 4 hours?
4 hours.
Yeah.
So she'd like, if it was like 5 o'clock, she'd be like, nah, I'm gonna go for a run.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and she'd go and like hunt down some like boar or something and like bring it back to the kitchen and be like, want help making breakfast?
Make a persuasion check, sure.
Do it.
Oh. Alright.
Oh.
11.
11? Sorry, we don't deal with freshly killed animals. So can you take that either to the butcher?
And she just leaves the slain boar on her back step.
You just see him just staring at it as you leave the room and continue.
my old friend.
Pretty much. Okay.
She'd be waiting in the lobby for coffee.
2 hours
Okay.
pass.
You both head downstairs and you do see Grandma there waiting or sitting in the lobby area at one of the tables with a freshly brewed cup of coffee in her hand.
Morning, Grandma.
Good morning,
Good
Ricky.
morning.
Good morning, Pam.
Are you guys excited to watch ghosts die again?
Yes.
Interested.
I think it'll be fun.
Me too.
I hope we get paid for it.
It would be nice, but we did get a lot of money yesterday. Like, more money than I usually get for doing stuff. That's it. That's the end of the story. Let's get coffee for Zane and
Okay.
breakfast for me and for you. You already eat?
I've been picking around. I'm waiting until they break out the mimosas.
Excellent.
I'll come bring stuff up for everybody once more is laid out.
I
Alright.
will go and order, if possible, room
All right.
service.
So you do get 3 good old pints of coffee. At this point, they do start serving mimosas along with a very nice.
I like that every inn we go to has mimosas.
Wow, it's not gonna lie, it's an Empire staple. Anyways, he has mimosas there served there for you, as well as different pastries, fruit, also hot breakfasts there served.
Sorry. I was just gonna ask, is anyone stopping grab on the breakfast room?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
They just assume that you go here.
All right, and you two bring up your breakfast and the coffee for Zane into his room.
Zane!
Knock, 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 knock.
The door's open.
Okay!
You probably see me just like splayed on the floor, like frantically paging through 2 books.
I've got 2 pints.
All right.
You've
I have
got.
the last pint.
Yeah.
All right.
But a
They
little
they have
Coffee.
3 pints of coffee there
Coffee.
for you.
Do you have a cup?
I mean, what are you carrying them in?
Pitchers.
Give it to me,
What's the magic word?
please.
There you go.
All right. As you guys are handing over coffee to Zane as he
I just
furiously
put the rest of them on the
chunks
floor
it.
next to his bed.
Yeah, just put it next to
All right. Ruby, still sleeping?
Yeah?
Alright.
Unless anybody makes a move.
Oh no, I will.
for it.
Because
Go for
Jade,
it,
Jade, they leave. And she's like, okay. She just gets ready.
Yeah, you see
Um,
Nix, you see Nix open up the door also in his like robes, getting out in the middle. Oh, morning.
Morning. Is my brother up?
No.
Okay. And I walk in.
I'm gonna go grab some breakfast downstairs.
Sounds good. See you down there.
All right. He heads down. You walk in. You see Ruby just sprawled out onto his bed,
All right.
asleep.
Jade, is there a water basin in here?
Please don't
there
wet
is.
Ruby. Please don't wet
No,
Ruby.
he's not gonna wet. Jade goes over and turns it as cold as possible.
Okay.
Puts her hand under it. Just waits.
Yeah.
And
It's
then-
pretty cold.
It's pretty cold.
Yeah.
And then moves over, and then just right on his stomach.
This is like the 3rd time this has happened to Ruby.
Ruby just opens his eyes.
Can you wake me up like a normal person one of these days?
No, because
Why?
I believe you got knocked on like I did, and that is waking up for a normal person.
I mean, like, I'm just a deep sleeper. I think if you would have shaken me awake, it would have been fine. Listen, I appreciate being woken up, thank you. But also, that actually really hurt.
Okay.
Please don't do it again.
Okay. You
Thank
get up.
I get up.
Please.
Okay.
Like, I
You
have.
The bed's just wet. The base.
I just cast precipitation on myself in the bed. I'm like,
It's good.
The last year of school, I started taking it seriously. I can actually wake up when I want to, just 'cause I need a little shaking. I'm good.
Okay.
Please, don't wake me up rudely again. I didn't like it.
Fine. Then I just won't do it anymore.
Thanks. You're the
Leave.
best.
Leave.
Wait,
I'm gone already.
Jade's gone, heading downstairs to get breakfast.
tell someone not to hit me and then they get mad at me. The fuck?
I just start dressing.
No, man. I'm like, okay. And then I go downstairs. I'm like, all right.
All right, so you head downstairs. The 3 of you are still in your rooms.
Are they still in my room?
Are you still in
Yeah.
Zane's room?
You look tired,
I ordered
Zane.
food to be brought up to us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
a few
I
moments.
See Zane, and I'm like, you look tired. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Could you come here for a second?
Okay.
And like I'm like kneeling down, so I guess I'm your height. Like,
What are you doing?
Are you doing this surreptitiously?
no, yes, I'm just.
All right.
I'm just
Go ahead and
Sniffing.
make an
Sliding
investigation
nose.
check.
No.
No, I'm not doing this heading. All right, let's say 14.
14. You get in close. You sniff her a bit. She smells like flowers.
Okay.
Very nice flowers.
Just no weirdness. Bells go off.
No,
All
no
right.
weirdness spells.
Other than you sniffing a random person.
I'm gonna just like.
Thank you. Your hair smells like ginger.
Okay. Let them word it out, but I'm going to leave now. She
No,
just-
hold on. Ricky, can you give me and Pam a minute?
You hear some
Okay, do you
clatter.
want to just stand there and put in earmuffs?
Yes.
This is when you guys hear some clatter out in the hallway and some people
Oh,
going down
food.
the stairs.
Wait, no, not food. I'm opposite of food, not food. Hold on.
Earmuffs.
All right.
Let me know if he's weird.
Will do.
I just want to say one word to you, and just tell me if it means anything.
Okay.
Azaf.
What?
Azaf.
I don't know what you're talking.
Okay.
But can you spell it out for me?
Takes out notepad.
But can you spell it slowly?
Can you spell it for me, please?
AZATH.
That's what I thought.
Okay, your muffs are done.
Okay. He wasn't weird, right?
Ah,
'Cause
he's
that
a
was
little
weird.
It's a little weird, but he's okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
We'll
invade
talk
your
later.
personal space.
We'll talk later when I'm feeling comfortable again.
You hear a knock on the room as food is being brought up to you right
Yay!
now. Right. They set it off. They have their little carts. They bring it on through, and you have your hot breakfast there in your rooms
Excellent.
or their rooms. Jade, you head downstairs, and you meet with
Nice
Nick's
order.
downstairs.
I also head downstairs too.
Okay. Ruby heads
Grandma's there.
downstairs. Grandma's good.
Grandma's downstairs.
Oh, downstairs. Oh, yeah, you've been downstairs. All right, and you see Nick's pretty much approach you and join you at your table as he orders some food as well.
Hello,
Ah,
Nick.
good
Good
morning.
morning.
How have you been?
Great. I went hunting this morning.
Oh,
Found a
good.
boar. Gave it to the kitchen.
Okay.
Wow.
I hope they do something good with it.
Me too.
All right. As you see Jade come down also. Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning, Jade. Morning, Ubi.
Hey, what up?
Where's everybody else?
Oh,
I think.
taking care of Zane. He was not feeling 100%.
Is he sick?
Asked for 3 pints of coffee.
Is that healthy?
No.
Yes. Oh,
Do you drink 3 pints of coffee?
when I can get it.
Okay. I mean,
That's
whatever
a
you
little
need to
too
live,
much.
I guess.
Would
think
you
if
all
I did
like
that, my
mimosas?
What?
Mimosas.
What about him?
No,
I-
thank
so
you.
She asked one.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a good like 3 or
Oh.
4, a couple glasses
Yeah,
that
why
are
not?
already empty.
Just take one.
We're gonna go see a show today.
Oh yeah, Nexuses.
If he fucks up, we can cash in on that.
Yeah.
I'm not
And as you're looking down around for breakfast, you already notice that the room around you, it's actually pretty empty for how busy it was last night.
We're late.
I just like
Hello, has the exorcism started?
No, I don't think so. I think he's actually setting up, and people are actually getting curious as to how it works and whatnot. So they all went there early.
Oh, fuck.
I'll
Alright.
need 2 roadies.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go get the rest of the
He
group.
goes and gets whatever you asked for.
Takeaway cups?
Yeah.
Takeaway cups.
Gotcha. All right.
I run upstairs to go to Zane's room. I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah, you bust into Zane's
I've
room.
got
No, I knock.
Okay, do you not?
I've got a whole rasher of bacon I'm just going to town on.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello!
Oh, cool. Can I come in?
Yes!
Sweet.
Come
Yeah.
in.
Hello,
See
the
you.
exorcism has started. We should probably go.
We gotta go! We gotta go! We gotta go! Come on, come on, come on!
Let's go.
All right.
I get all my stuff. Or no, I go into my room. I grab Ricky's hand.
I grab her and start running out.
I'm like,
Oh,
oh my god, put me down, please.
You
So
guys
I'm
are-
like, I'm not like lifting you, but it's like I'm pulling you along.
Okay.
you guys are running out. Are you taking time to get all your
Wait, I
equipment
need to get
together?
my stuff.
I mean, yes.
Oh, that's right, yes. Okay!
That's
And I
all me.
start running back upstairs.
Okay.
That's gonna suck.
Would-
You guys go into battle with freaking Rose.
Just start punching the ghosts.
Yeah.
Would Ruby know what your equipment is that you usually
I mean,
have?
she would have put it on before she went
Okay,
upstairs. She would not just come down naked and then be like, "Where's my shit?" Like she just puts it on.
Yeah, I would.
My
I would
shit.
I
pull
go
this-
to my room real quick, get my shit, and then look, and then like I kind of guess what Nick's needs, and I just take it.
Oh, okay. No, Nick's already got ready.
Okay, he has all his things.
Yeah, he has all
Okay,
his
cool.
things.
Never mind then.
All the things he brings around. His other, he doesn't have much,
Yes.
honestly. So, all right.
He's just kind of up waiting by the door, like waiting for everyone else to come
I'd
down.
be with you because I went hunting.
I get all my stuff because I don't take
What do you
anything else.
think that?
Yeah, okay.
How do you think they do it?
What?
Exorcism.
Well, spells. It's not spells. Chanting, a lot of prayer. I guess it depends on how hostile the thing is.
And it works.
Yeah, it works. I don't know what this is exactly, but if they need this special exorcist, it's gotta be pretty buck wild, right?
I think someone tried to do that about me once. They were like, "Ooh, boy."
Did you go with it?
I was like, "Ah, oh, your song.
Have we rejoined them at this point?
Yeah, all of you have rejoined each other. You
Jason's
mentioned you meet
I'll
them.
never be here again.
You meet them at the front of the Minamo Springs. All right. Do we want to take the cart there, or should we just kind of walk? Because it might be, the streets might be busy.
That's
Yeah.
fine. We should just walk.
We should just walk.
Oh, we're gonna
Do
run.
you know where we're going?
To the river.
Which part of the very long river?
Excuse
Where
me,
the
what
people
part
are.
of the river are they at?
They're doing the main square in front of the bridge.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
Go run.
All right. So.
I just follow behind. I'm not running.
Yeah,
I
also
Just
not
pick
going.
me up. Sweet.
I put Pam on my shoulders, so that if it's
Oh, I'm
crowded.
so tall now.
I pick up. Okay, I put Pam on one shoulder and I put Grandma on the other one.
All
And
right.
I just because
sounds
it's
good.
busy, so I'm like, people are gonna step on
You
these
all are
tiny
so
ladies.
short now.
I'm standing next to you, just kind of like keeping an arm on your like belt, so I don't
I
get
just
lost
like
in the
I
crowd.
just like pick you up and I just hold you like a football.
I have grabbed Nyx with one hand and
Oh,
Zane with
God.
another, and
Okay,
I'm
these
Nick's
tiny
leash.
fucking babies.
Yes. His child leash.
His baby backpack.
Yeah, the one looks like a monkey.
I'm just kind of trotting, going along with it.
Yeah. Okay. So, you all just run down this street.
She runs.
You,
We're not
you,
running.
you run
I
down.
force Zane and Nyx to run with me.
Okay, so they're being dragged along as you run forward towards. She's getting a good amount of distance away from you all, but you eventually make it through the city streets here, parallel to the river, and you now see ahead of you a large, decently sized amount of people gathering in front of the mouth of the bridge where you crossed the day before. You do see a good number of some guards here and there preventing people from getting any closer. As Ricky, you begin to notice a bit further than everyone what seems to be a almost like a carriage of some sort, like a little one-person carriage that's veiled on each side, and it has two long rods attached to the sides of it. You see people pretty much carrying them as you see a veiled
Okay,
shadow
so
of
it's like
person.
a what's it called? Like a litter.
Palanquin?
A palanquin. Yeah.
As you see the shadow of a veiled
Palanquin?
person inside the
What is
little
the truth?
cabin of it
Are there
itself.
any like emblems or insignias on this
You want
thing?
more teas?
Yeah, you do see the emblem of a phoenix.
Who? There's a phoenix emblem on the palanquin.
Yeah. As you see them being carried on through, the various guards making a pathway through. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Everyone?
And Zane also. You guys aren't there yet, actually.
Cool.
We're walking at a leisurely pace.
9.
Jade is not running.
9?
9.
Ruby's got
All
that
right,
face that you drew
9.
for Thrawn right now.
9 also?
Which one?
Oh, Nyx didn't get very
Don't
good
leave me
either.
hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh,
Come on.
just walking, I don't need to carry.
What?
You
Five!
Jesus
High
Christ.
five!
What's happening?
The reason that Jade's doing it is 'cause it's
Why are we
crowded.
Wow, that
high-fiving
was
him
so
now?
rough.
Like roughed up or lost when we're walking
Let's
closer to
get
the
a
crowd.
crowd.
All right.
I've had a night.
Appreciates it.
I don't know what's going on.
I
Where
just
are we?
witnessed a murder.
As you're running through, and you're basically now more
As
or
we
less
like enter the crowd, I
Mhm.
would let go of them and start like elbowing my way
elbowing
through to
people.
get closer.
Personal space. Personal space.
I would just be like slipping through, like make them away and deeper into the crowd.
Okay. As you
Sign?
begin to
Sure.
Yeah, you're making your way deeper into the crowd, and at this point, you're trying to see what's going on. You can't exactly make out anything past all the different people. Same with you, Zane. Large crowd of people trying to jump up and see what's happening. You do see the little cart being carried on through, but you don't see anything else despite
area,
that.
yeah.
And Nyx is just kind of standing at the edge of the crowd, just kind of peeking over people. And eventually, you all make your way there as you see this. You see Nyx just in the back of this large crowd, kind of trying to look through. Just too polite to actually push his way in between.
I just like get behind him, because with
Oh,
one hand,
hi.
I just start pushing.
Oh,
okay. And I just like excuse me, as I'm just like pushing my through 'cause my big
Okay.
ass body.
Yeah. So, Zane, do you follow like Ricky as she like
Yeah, I'll.
jumped on
Little
through?
arms stick out from you. Just
I guess I shouldn't lose this child.
Get out of the way.
I'm older than you, aren't I?
Yes.
Height. Can I like see though? Cause can I see over the majority of
I'm-
people?
Oh, I
Regardless?
think you can.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. Since you're taller than most
Since
people.
I'm on her shoulder.
Oh yeah, go for
How
it
can I
too.
see?
Yeah, yeah.
Grandma also.
Grandma's up there.
They're both
Okay,
on.
oh, you're
they're
both
both
on.
on.
Like a totem pole formation?
Oh.
It was
Wait, you
with
had
Advantage, yeah.
Hell yeah.
24.
24.
One and three.
Oh,
5
no.
with 4.
All right.
Oh.
Wow.
Grandma, the sun is just you.
Oh,
it
it
hurts.
She
Yeah.
has a nice parasol.
Yeah, okay.
Rolling at disadvantage anyway.
D.
It's outside.
So it was a 1?
It was
First
a one.
one? Oh no.
Oh,
I
man.
give
Alright.
Jade Bardic Inspiration.
24. Okay.
17.
17.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So as both of you begin looking over the tops of the crowds, and you see, like a group of very large human individuals put down this like what's it called?
Palanquin.
Palanquin down, and you see this very tall like shadow of some sort in between the veils of the interior of it begin to step out, and you see this very tall, very regal looking tiefling. Has a fairly pale white, almost with like a pinkish hue type of skin. The eye is almost the same as well, with a very large like white hat.
Fancy
Coming
hat.
into the-
How
yeah,
big is the
fancy
hat, Christian?
This one's maybe a 1.5 bread boxes.
Dang.
Yeah.
The Pope?
Recognize this person?
Tiefling. Nice.
I don't think you would recognize them. No.
Good.
Yeah. They're wearing very nice, elegant white robes that
Fantasy Pope.
that kind of wrap around their entire body and begin flowing down behind them as they step down from what they were carrying. And you see now, on the street, on the mouth of the bridge itself, various what look to be almost little piles of like a white powder at various points, forming what looks to be a star of some sort on the mouth of the bridge. And you see he very elegantly walks down to the center of it, and he kneels down and begins praying, sort of. And all the crowd around is just very silent as they're just watching with, curiosity what's happening in front of them. And for those who are really good with magic, I'd like for you to make an arcane check.
Everyone but me.
That's-
Everyone but me.
Nice to see more.
Yeah.
Natural 20!
Hey,
Finally!
What is the roll?
Arcana.
I know my
13?
exorcisms.
22.
13 also? 18?
22.
Oh, 22.
22.
I thought you said me too.
No,
Okay, 22. That's a lot better.
6.
6.
And better than what I got. I don't get to
And
roll.
Wooby.
I don't get to roll.
Nathan Fillion.
All right, so Grandma, Zane, and Jade. You notice as this person begins to kneel down in front and bow and place their head down and begin chanting some sort of mantra that you can't really understand. Or actually, what languages do you guys know?
Druidic, Common, Drow, and Undercommon.
Okay, unfortunately, you don't know what he's saying.
I can imagine.
Do you know
Celestial Abyssal.
Yeah.
Celestial and Abyssal. You don't know what he's saying either.
Common, giant, and infernal.
Common, Giant, and Infernal. You understand this. It's Infernal. As he begins chanting, and yeah, Pam, you can understand this too. Yeah, but he begins chanting, and you see sort of almost a pure white with a pink hue, like magical aura appear from where he is kneeling, and it almost spreads to the outer rims of this seemingly magic circle. And you see these piles of white powder at the tips of this circle light with a pinkish flame. And as they do, you feel a rush of warm energy almost disperse itself throughout the crowd, and the crowd begins to be, ooh, oh, and it's like, what's going on? I
I
haven't
love
seen
my
anything like
cactus.
this before. Yeah, you're holding up your cactus, it's dancing like crazy.
The boy is going.
Yeah, he's
That
going.
boy's
He's
going.
going. Yeah, you didn't check. You felt it in your pocket, and something's moving in there.
It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's Norbert again.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do like a little sausage.
Alright.
All right, and then as this wave of almost soothing radiant energy sweeps through the crowd, you begin to see out of the river itself, the river flowing pretty much left to right from what you're looking at. It almost looks like the river stops, and various figures begin to climb their way out of the river. Maybe a good 6 or 7 of them begin climbing out of the river itself. And you see the dismay of the entire crowd. Some of them begin to start panicking and freaking out as to what's happening. The guards are beginning to try, and they're having their hands on their weapons, trying to protect the citizens, as some of them begin to start running back. But you notice all these, not ghoulish figures, they don't really have a physical form, more of like an incorporeal kind of wisp, so to say. They begin slowly floating and making their way to the edges of this boundary circle that this exorcist is performing. And as his chanting becomes louder and louder, you see the pinkish energy of this dome around him getting brighter and brighter as the spirits begin to walk into it. And as they do, their bodies just phase through and disperse into nothing, almost.
Can I cast Divine Sense?
All right, go for it.
Divine Sense.
Divine
There it
sense.
goes.
As you're kind of on the cusp of where all of this is happening, you could probably actually feel it a bit, but you do sense the undead pouring their way out from the river itself. And what you kind of notice now is, since you push Nyx up to the front, you can see he has his camera and he's actually furiously taking pictures
Excellent.
of what's going on. You see
Getting
that
those sweet orb photos.
Yeah, you see that the lens on the front that was cracked, it was just, that lens is kind of just gone, and he's still just taking pictures to see what will happen. He didn't have time to fix it, but he's just furiously taking pictures on through. And as this exorcist's mantra pretty much comes to an end, and you don't see any more figures flowing up from the river itself, you see the river begin to start flowing once again, and the pink around this dome that was created around him suddenly dissipates and again disperses out through with a nice breeze of warm energy, and disperses into small little, like almost looks like lotus feathers, like cherry
Petals?
blossom petals.
Dang,
Going
that's
through.
anime as hell.
Yeah,
During
right.
my Divine Sense,
Mhm.
other than Ruby's necklace, do I notice anything? I specifically want to sniff towards Pam, but obviously this is just I know in 60 feet.
Okay.
I forgot your divine senses literally smell.
It's 10 now, yeah.
Yeah, as you're sniffing, just near Pam. Are you trying to do this like
Yeah, she's
stealthily?
on my shoulders.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
like,
on.
I mean, I just know. I think it's within 60 feet. This is super smell at this point.
Yeah,
so I don't have
super
to be
smell.
up in your face. I tried to get normal whiff earlier.
Okay.
This is
Normal.
Normal
This is a
whiff.
divine
this is a divine,
Divine
whiff.
whiff.
Divine whiff.
All
You
right.
smell divine.
As you do your divine whiff, it's terrible. You get you pick up a small, faint trace of fiendish smell, I suppose.
Fiendish?
Fiendish, yes.
Fiendish.
From Palm.
Yes, from Palm. All right. As the pink arcane energy disperses into hundreds of these cherry blossom petals, the crowd begins to start clapping and cheering. Like, ooh, I've never seen anything like that before, and then start
That
clapping.
was so
and-
cool.
Yeah.
Did I
got
get
good
a
tricks.
long rest last night, or did mine not count as long rest?
No, you got a long rest. Yeah.
Good presentation.
Just barely.
I heard the prayer, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What-
Did I hear
yeah.
the words? You
What
said
was
we
it?
heard the or understood them.
Yeah. Basically, it wasn't really like anything he was.
It was just like a prayer?
It was just
or-
in the language, and it was in the prayer. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because you understood what he was saying, but from Pam, you understood these to be words of prayer
Okay.
and words to exercise something that shouldn't be here.
Did I recognize that type of prayer before, or
I think so.
yeah?
Yeah, similar to the words of your church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was really cool.
All right, and yeah, you start clapping. Everyone's.
Can't take the job now, I guess.
Well, no, did it? But it did it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Most of these fail that I've seen.
Must be very powerful.
I
I
think
want
that's.
to talk to that man.
I mean, that's probably why they had all the guards around.
Just in
Maybe.
case.
I don't know how these things go.
We should talk to him though. That was really cool.
Don't know if
Yeah.
we're gonna be allowed to talk to him.
Where
Let's
is he
try
right now?
and talk to him.
Right
Jade.
now, he's finishing up his mantra, and it's all gone. He's now getting back up and going back into the town.
Okay.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I would
I
just
I
immediately
just,
be
like,
trying to
okay.
walk towards the pumpkin.
I just like I put down Grandma and Pam like you can do what you want.
Bam!
I'm already walking towards the
Well,
palanquin.
You're all walking through.
Yeah.
Okay, you see some of the. Are you trying to stealth through?
No, I'm just walking.
Okay, you see some of the guards actually put out a hand and stop you from going any further.
Oh, since I see that, can I stealthily try to get past them and go?
Yeah,
I also
Grandma
wanna
and Pam
try.
wanna stealth by.
Yeah.
Grandma and Pam. Okay,
we're
roll. Go
holding
ahead.
hands.
Go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Can
I
I
would
be
also like
helping?
to-
Stacked,
stealth.
right? This,
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Nothing.
Can I be helping by distracting the guards?
There's more than one guard.
I'm being loud about it. Excuse me? Can I want to talk to the guy.
Sorry, miss, you can't talk to him right
Why?
now. He's very important figure, and we must make sure that he arrives back safely at his
Oh, well,
room.
yeah, but like, I just wanted to talk to him.
I'm sorry, you
I
can't.
wanted to just talk to him to say what he did was really cool, and I was wondering how he did it.
Yes, you can send him one of your
Jesus
fan letters or
Christ.
whatever. You can.
Do you have his address?
I do not personally know.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask, like, the guys carrying the box if they have his address?
I don't think they'll have their address either. I'm not.
But they're taking him home, right?
Well, yes, but
So
he
they
doesn't.
know where he lives?
He doesn't live here
Okay,
in
well,
the.
does he
Okay.
stay?
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
we roll at disadvantage because he's distracted and we're kind of going that way?
Again, there's more than one guard. There's a good
How
probably.
many? I thought you said there were two.
No, there was. I didn't say there were two. I said there were a numerous amounts of guards holding the the populace back.
I rolled a 26.
26. All
for
right.
stealth.
I rolled a 16.
I rolled
16?
an 8.
And 8.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
This is where you all get arrested.
Okay,
All right.
no, that's fine. Let's see what happens first.
Okay. Yeah. Ruby. No one can see you at this point. You just slip by through all the various different guards. Grandma, you managed to slip through, maybe not as easily as Ruby, but none of the guards seem to notice you passing through either, as they're trying to hold back a good number of the populace here that actually want to go in and see what's
Walk
further
with
going and why.
confidence. That's how you can get anywhere.
Yes. So yeah, you see him beginning to what are you doing?
I wanted to hide in the shadows of someone. Anyone who's taller than me, I can hide. in the
Oh,
shadows,
okay.
But I already made a stealth check. So how does that work?
Well, because right now you're sneaking with, you're sneaking out in, pretty much you're sneaking away from the crowd, the big crowd, into an open area, is how
Uh-huh.
it is.
Okay, because I have naturally stealthy. You can attempt to hide even when you're obscured only by a creature that is at least one size larger than you.
Yeah, there's currently no creatures going into the area that's one size larger than you.
Jade, maybe?
Jade's
Jade's not
in.
going in there.
Oh, okay.
Jade was like,
Yeah.
no,
Here
and they're
comes
like,
the
we want
lumbering
to.
tree.
Jade's like,
Oh, what size are you?
Go,
Yeah.
children, do as
Alright,
you
we're
wish.
small.
Jade is
Yeah.
small girl.
I mean, I'm medium.
I'm 2 feet tall and 6.
So technically speaking, she could sneak in behind one of them.
She's half the size
But
of Grandma.
the
That's
stealth
true.
roll for that, she's already rolled.
Was yeah, that
Already
was the
seen.
stealth row.
Yeah.
Stealth row.
It's not so much
roll.
that you're seen; it might just be that like you made a noise or
Okay.
something. You attracted attention in some way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as pretty much Ruby, you sneak in on, not caught, basically undetected. Grandma, you both were holding hands, right? As you're going through, Grandma, you were pushing through, leading them through. They didn't notice you, but as you pass through the perimeter of guards, one of them sees Pam as she's trying to go through with both your hands. He doesn't notice like you two are holding hands, but he notices Pam trying to
Grandma, let's
go forward.
Wow.
And sorry, miss, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't get any closer. You can watch from here if you'd like. And you two, yes.
That phoenix.
Hmm.
Do I recognize? I assume it's some sort of like god
the
or
imperial
church
symbol.
or something. It's the imperial symbol.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Imperial symbols of Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's an imperial. Okay, cool.
Imperial exorcists.
All right, so both of you sneak and make your way to the front of the palanquin as this light pink tiefling begins to climb aboard. And do you make your presence
Is the
known?
palanquin being carried or is it like magic?
The palanquin was being carried by four humans.
Okay.
Yeah, they're currently there standing at attention and waiting for him to get on.
I sneak into the
I mean,
palanquin.
Grandma was
Oh,
already
wow.
gonna sit there
Dude,
and
I'm
wait
gonna-
for it to go. Like, it'd be like, if there's a big pillow, she'd like sit behind it. And it's like, Grandma's thing is she just shows up next to you.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this is like a one person
okay.
thing. Yeah, so it only fits pretty much him.
I see.
So you wouldn't be able to really sneak
I don't think
inside.
Grandma knows that Ruby's nearby.
No,
either.
probably
No,
not.
yeah, probably not.
They don't see each
They
other.
don't see each other. Yeah.
Just open opposite
But
doors.
when they're close enough, like as the person gets up and maybe turns to Grandma's waiting by the door there, and just
I'm
like,
eavesdropping at this point, probably.
Okay.
Amazing performance.
My name is Grandma. What's your name?
You shouldn't be here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Guards! As he yells out, and
Really?
some of the guards turn around. There's someone getting close to me, and the guards come by and go. I'm sorry, miss. You'll need to take a few steps back, please.
Who are you?
He's not even looking at you at this point.
Excuse me, I said who are you?
Miss,
I'm sorry, I don't know if
please.
you can't hear me down there.
You hear him.
Around like, just turn around.
You hear him snap his fingers, and the guys carrying the thing to begin to hoist it up.
He's in it already? I thought it was between him and it as he was getting up.
No, he was already on his way in by the time you were sneaking
Oh,
forward.
okay.
Yeah,
So he's in it.
he's in it. Yeah, and then you were like up on the side. You're like,
Is there like a little side step? You know how like on old carriages they had to like step up?
Yeah, that's how he
Can I
gets-
hold
how he
on to
gets
that,
up.
Like at the door and be like, who are you?
yeah, you're still holding on to it. Some of the guards begin to grab onto you and try to pull you
Come
off.
on.
They're gonna grab onto you. Make a grapple check.
Grapple check. Contested grapple.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics. Wow.
Oh.
That's a 16 and a 17.
Oh yeah, 4.
As both of them take their hands on your shoulders and pull you off, as the men pick up the palanquin and carry him off into across the bridge, actually, to the walled gates.
Hey there.
Sorry,
wrong
miss.
Stuff. What is the person's name?
I'm not entirely sure. You might want to bring that up with the magistrate's office,
How are
and they kind of
so
toss
sure
you.
That they finished the job they were assigned for.
That looked like a big minor illusion, if you ask me.
Well, if you have problems with who the Empire decides to employ, take it up with the Emperor, and they toss you back into the
So
crowd.
dismissive.
Yeah.
I'm on the palanquin.
No one's noticed you. Yeah, you're on the palanquin.
Are you on top of it? Oh man.
I'm just like, and like I'm just waiting to hear if like he talks or if he says anything or if he's like doing anything.
All right. So as they begin carrying the palanquin through, across the bridge and to the guards that are there, he's not saying anything, and he's just basically just silent throughout, and you don't really hear anything from him exactly. It seems like how he is. He was here to do this one thing for his emperor, and then he's going to be taken back soon.
I don't think I want to cause trouble, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna jump off.
Jump off.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and just roll another stealth check for me.
Alright. 2. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. All right. Yeah, you slowly and sneakily make your way, jump off the palanquin. The men carrying it don't seem to notice your presence. As you head back across the bridge to the other side.
He had a phoenix on his palanquin, right? Did he have any like symbols on his garbs or anything?
On his person itself, make a perception check.
Wow. Thank you. 12.
12.
7 plus 5.
You feel like on like a small little portion on his lapel for where his robes were, there was a small little emblem there that was emblazoned, but you couldn't really catch a good glimpse of it. It looked like
I have heard of this person before, considering that they're like, are they a uniquely marked tiefling? Like this isn't like a common thing for them to be light pink.
light pink. Well, make a history check.
Would I know, considering the business I am in?
The business.
The business.
The business.
Technically, isn't the Gilded Fang is a government job, apparently?
That's technically true.
They're contractors.
They're contractors, not technically part of the government, so the government doesn't really give them any secrets. What would you roll?
The history, right?
Yes.
12.
12.
Again.
There was some history about various uniquely colored tieflings, but specifically recently, I guess, or in more recent history, you don't really know too much about this specific person. Especially down here, more towards the south, he's probably more notable more north into the Keel Empire.
Cool. So he serves the emperor, but the daimyo is the ruler of this area.
Of this, the southern district of the empire itself. Yes.
Cool. All right. I sneak back to the group.
Yeah, I
All
made
right.
my way back to the group after the men dropped me off.
Yeah, they just drop
Well,
you
they're all
off.
doing
Yes.
that nonsense, and this thing's just going off. I'm just gonna turn to Ricky and be like,
Ricky, I need to go check something out.
Okay.
begin following this towards, like, as a normal citizen,
Okay.
I'm heading to the magistrate's office.
The magistrate's office. Okay. After the palanquin goes out of sight and away from your vision, you head back up towards the front gates where the two guards were.
Yeah.
All right. One of them recognizes you from the night before. Gives you a nod. Do you need any more business inside?
Yeah, I need to speak to the magistrate.
The
Magistrate?
magistrate.
He's having a stroke.
All
Do you
right.
smell toast?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh no. All right. Well, gives the same hand signal, and the doors open slightly just for a person this time. Don't be too long. We'll be keeping an eye on you.
Okay.
And the gates close up.
I head
should
to
stay
the magistrate's
The magistrate's office.
There you go. That time he got it.
Hey yo. All right. Yeah.
I head into the office.
You're in the office. A different person is attending the front desk this time. It's an older human male.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yeah, I had a question about the exorcist, actually.
All right. What kind of question?
Um,
Good portion of who this person is and what they do is highly confidential, I suppose.
That's fair. Is there any way to, I guess, contact them? Ask them a question.
Question.
Or their order. I don't need to speak to them directly.
Well, they do. How do you call it? Respond to the emperor directly. At least this one does.
Are there
So if you have ties to the emperor, then I should be bowing to you right now.
That's fair. Are there... I assume the Emperor employs the strongest in the land, so there aren't similar with his skills outside the ring of the Empire.
Yes. Well, the emperor does have many scouts looking for exemplary magic talent throughout the empire, and well, if your name can supposedly, echo through the lands and reach his ear, then I imagine he'd reach out to you.
So,
Is Minimal Crossing a small town?
No, it's the capital of the southern district of the empire.
So that would explain why the Emperor was willing to. He was going, it's like, And do I know off the top of my head where the capital is?
Here, you guys do have a map.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit further north, close to the coast of the Northern Sea. Pretty much, if you keep taking the Royals path, you'll eventually get to the capital.
Okay. Well, I'll say.
well, thank you for your assistance.
You're very welcome. Have a lovely day.
Take a handful of pecans. And I leave.
You see, he just has like a really annoyed look on his face. Reaches down, grabs a bag, pours pretty much half the bowl back. What do the rest of you do as you see Zane kind of?
After Zane leaves, I go over to the edge of the river and just kind of like look over and be like, I don't know if it looks less haunted. It didn't really look super haunted to begin with. I don't know what haunting looks like, but it looks like a river.
I'd look over with Rick and be like,
That's water.
Yeah, I think it's water. Did you see when it stopped? How did you do that?
Magic.
I lean down and stick a hand in the river.
Okay.
Is it
You
real
lean down,
cold?
stick your hand in the river. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It's a river.
Is it cold? I put my
Mhm.
hand in the river.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Wow.
I'm
that's
assuming I
cool.
just like pop up next to Jade.
is it unusually cold for this time of year?
How would you know?
Yeah, would you know that?
I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Go for it. What are you doing?
I'm assuming I just like pop up next to Jade like after just disappearing. Hey, what's up?
Natural one.
Oh no!
What just happened?
I was
I just
gone
rolled
for a little
another
bit.
one.
I wasn't
Another
the
one.
palanquin.
Did you hear
you've-
anything?
I'm good with this.
Besides him being a
These
dick to
things are
Grandma,
straight.
not really.
Here's
What's
Dick.
walking through grandma?
He was just like, there's someone talking to me. Someone should move her, and like didn't talk to her at all.
I mean, seems very high up, in,
I mean, I
Imperial
guess
court. That's how they kind of are.
Maybe.
that's gross.
Well,
Were mom and dad like that?
mom and dad were not like that, no.
Okay, good.
Glad.
Palm, does
Yes.
this water look haunted to you still?
It just looks like water.
That's what I thought.
You see Nick's now getting close over where you all are, and
Take pictures.
yeah, I've been taking a lot.
Good.
And
Good.
he takes a whole little panorama of the river in front of the walled inner city.
Like
That
good
was
as grandma.
really cool.
Hmm?
What the Exorcist did was really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't
Yeah.
seen really anything like that.
Very
I mean, I've seen what you
powerful
guys can
magic.
do, but like that's like was something else.
No, he is very, very powerful. What we can do is nothing compared to that.
It's weird too. He kind of like coaxed it out and then like just dissipated it. You know what I mean?
He was
It's-
also really mean to you.
Oh, he
A
was
lot of
mean?
people are.
He was rude?
Yeah.
It was rude as hell.
Well, he's not nice then.
I thought about like setting his palanquin on fire and running away, but I think that would have been bad.
I'm glad you
But I
did.
would have felt good about it, you know?
It's better not to make an enemy in someone of that stature.
Uh-huh.
Well, this kind of was a bust, so because it was a good exorcist and not a bad exorcist.
Which is good and also bad.
It's good for everyone, bad for us.
Yeah.
So I guess we just spend the day getting ready to go more north?
Or I'm actually lost. I have no idea. We could go chase him down, try and talk to him without the outfit of guards.
I feel like he might have an outfit of guards around him.
Certainly.
Yeah, as you guys look around and are talking about this, you just see pretty much the crowd is dissipated at this point. It's still fairly early morning. Some of the shops have opened, but not much here on this market square, and the guards have dispersed and began to either head off for a break or continue just patrolling the main street, going back and forth, and we're all just talking in like the middle area.
Yeah, just adjacent to the river.
Cool.
Okay.
River adjacent.
Yeah, you see kind of Nick's on the side, like across the bridge almost, just taking pictures of the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where did
Yeah.
Zane go?
Oh, he said he had business with the magistrate.
Yeah, you see
But
Zane.
he said like magistrum, so I think he was having a stroke.
And he wasn't feeling well this morning, so you just let him go off. And have
Well, we had a lot of coffee and he seemed fine.
Fine seems like a weird term when it comes to Zane, because he always looks like something's wrong.
He always looks like someone spit in his coffee.
That's just him normally.
Mm.
Listen,
Have you
I
ever seen him happy? At all. Ever.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, and the answer was he's been mildly amused.
yeah, he's been like I would characterize him as pleased.
Yeah, you see Zane beginning to now walk back across the bridge and over to where you guys are sitting on like the
He's been
coast.
what's a word for like less than like joyful, but more than indifferent?
Okay.
That's Zane.
Satisfied.
Do I
He's
enter?
been satisfied.
Yeah, you enter at this point.
Okay, I
Please,
enter walking.
satisfied.
I just grab Ricky by the hand and be like, Ricky, I need you for a moment.
Okay,
And I
we're
keep
going. Bye.
I just walk a distance off so I'm out of earshot with them.
Okay.
Can I, with my amazing cat ears, just kind of angle myself to
Both
like,
cats' ears
yeah,
just
just
go.
like to like listen to whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck.
can Grandma hide like with them, just like the first night she was with them?
Well,
You can certainly
make a
try.
stealth check. Make a perception check.
All right.
I'd
Can
like
I
to
hide
stealth.
in Ricky's
You want to
shadow?
stealth? Okay. You're gonna hide in Ricky's shadow.
When I
Roll,
get-
roll a stealth check.
When I get to my final location, I'm gonna do a look around. So can I do a active perception check against this as opposed to a passive?
Yeah.
Because I want to
You're gonna make sure that
we're-
everyone's
23.
23. Is she
24.
sneaking in through.
Oh,
24.
wow, that's a
Stealth.
lot.
I
Yeah.
don't have a plus to this. 19.
21.
21. Oh my
Wait,
god.
Okay,
What
I
are you
can
doing?
attempt to hide. Is that just?
It's just you roll a stealth
Just
check.
roll?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attempt to hide is a
13.
combat action. Like that's what it's technically is. In combat, you can
You
use
hide.
the hide action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind.
I think like whereas we can't be like I hide in someone's shadow.
Yeah.
She has the
'Cause
ability.
Well,
We're
I
culture.
know.
It's
But so the thing is, basically, hiding means you roll a stealth check.
yeah, you were just
Okay.
able to do that because of what you are.
It
Okay.
adds
Like
a
I could
hiding
not have.
spot in plain sight, for
Yeah.
example.
Got it,
So
yeah.
if people are walking around,
We
you
could
can
not
hide
do
in the
that.
shadow, but
Got it.
otherwise they'd be like, what the
Wait,
cat?
so-
So like
Oh,
you
it's
could
you.
be right if you succeed in your stealth check, you could be right behind me listening in, whereas
just-
these guys have
yeah.
to be like against the wall, like
Yeah.
or behind the dumpster or like wherever.
But
Alright,
okay,
You rolled a 19?
I rolled a 19, but like in part of what I'm doing is looking back to make sure they're all there.
Oh, they're gone.
So I
Yeah.
don't see
As
them.
you look over, they're gone. gone
Well, you
from
see,
the rest
I'm
of the group.
still there. I'm just like.
You see Jay just nonchalantly looking up, looking
I
around.
rolled a 13.
And you
so I
also see
kinda-
Palm.
Okay.
Yeah, you also see Palm kind of just walking in your direction, but then just slowly turn back around.
Yeah.
And you see Nick's on the bridge taking pictures still.
Okay.
What's up?
Question.
Okay.
Because I know you the most. I trust you the most.
Aw.
What do we know about Pam?
Well, I talked to her last night, and she said that she's from an island where they mostly like grew stuff. They had a lot of farms.
I know. We were in the party.
Okay.
I was there. But,
Okay.
like, other than that, what do we know about Pam?
She's nice. You know more than I do. You
Jane's
smelled
like
her.
this. She's like.
You smelled her, so technically you know more than I do. You were asking me what I knew, and I thought this was
Okay.
like a test.
No. This is. You're sometimes a good wall to bounce things off of.
Okay.
But I don't know. We
Not
just
today.
we really we've expanded our group
Yes.
quite exponentially as
Yes.
of late, and I don't really know if we've vetted the people we're traveling with.
Remember that one time when we were all grouped up with that other team that was supposed to be going out into the woods to find that special tree to get the sap from?
Oh yeah.
And that guy woke up in the middle of the night when we were all asleep and he tried to stab you?
Yes.
Pam doesn't seem like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's really good at healing. Oh.
You see Grandma there, just kind of next to you, Zane.
Hi, Grandma!
Hi, Ricky.
I
Zane.
grab Ricky by the hand and I walk off another
Hi,
distance.
Grandma!
Wait, why can't I be a part of this? It was us first.
It's
Okay.
a private
I'm
conversation.
still following.
I will do another active check.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, how far? Am I able to still just listen, or are they too far?
I think they're further away now.
Is this a
Bitch.
reroll on everyone's checks, or do they get to carry over their
I
stuff?
feel like he said, and you said another stealth check, right? For
Another stealth?
If
or
you're following
Because
them where
otherwise,
they
if
are?
it's a
Yeah.
higher above a 20, I can never roll that without a crit.
That's true. Yeah. So
Oh.
go ahead and roll stealth again.
Oh boy, let's see how this
Weapons
goes.
are moving to different space.
oh, what do you get? What do you get? What do you get?
Natural 20!
Natural 20!
Oh my God!
What's the
what
modifier?
happens?
What are the modifiers?
Plus 10.
Jesus.
Plus 0.
No, I'll have both of you re-roll.
Okay.
This is
It's both like.
It's
you do
too
what
powerful. It's too powerful. It can't exist.
Yeah.
You
One
can't cross the
action,
because they're
streams.
both succeeding.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh!
What'd you get?
I got a
Natural
19.
20.
Natural
He got
20.
two in a row.
19. So
19.
39. 29.
29.
20.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right.
It's up to you, God. There's no modifier for this.
I have
Yeah,
plus
but
0
I mean, like,
perception.
since his stealth is like plus 10, there's like almost no way that you'd be able to see him other than a natural 20. So I'm gonna say that you just see Ruby kind of sneaking on between some of the barrels that are on the side.
Hey. Go back to Jade.
Who are you talking to?
Ruby's over there.
Where?
Right there. Like, the
I
barrel.
just imagine just like a
You see
cat
the
like
other
putting steam behind the door and they're like.
I see you. Shoot. Go. Private. I don't bother you when you talk to Jade.
I don't see where you're seeing.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go.
see him either.
Is there a nearby broom or similar implement?
Oh, nearby what?
A nearby broom or similar implement?
An implement?
Are you gonna shake him off the broom?
No, I just
Get
like
the
step
roll
out
of
and I'm just like,
newspaper and swallow
Hey,
with it.
listen.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh, Grandma, you're here too.
Yeah, she walked up while you were yelling.
I want to be involved.
I think that Zane wants to have a private conversation.
Zane wants to have a private conversation because he's not sure if he can trust us.
Oh, Ruby's here.
Hey, what's up?
You want to go back to jail?
I'm not
Yeah.
You
there.
know what makes me trust you people? Not stealthing after me.
I'm not there.
I wave at Jade.
He's like,
Are we waving now?
All right, so Grandma and Ruby both head back to
Let's
Jade.
go back, Nugget.
All right, and you two continue your talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Right.
You have known Precious for exactly as long as I have known Precious.
Okay.
She seems nice. She doesn't like when Ruby yells at her. And she wants to heal people.
She also gives off a lingering stench of demon.
Does she? What does that smell like?
Well, you know, like when you're like stick your nose into like a candle, a scented candle, but it's like that gross chemically smell and not like the good fresh smell. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like that.
that's not good. I did not smell that.
Also, I don't know if I can fully trust people from Calrem.
Why? Do you want to talk about it?
Are you guys trying to go? No.
I was like, if she were trying to go, I'm like, no,
alright.
come on, like, they're, because I feel like Jade is like watching, and then just sees like, but then Ruby walk out like, she's just like, Pam, please just let them have a conversation so we can get on with our day.
Why don't you like people from there? Like, it's where you're from, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I'm sure there are some maybe fine people, but there's a lot of religion. Religion makes people bad
Why?
because people use religion to control others.
But sometimes they use it to do good things too.
It's maybe like 5%, in my opinion.
Okay.
But just say there might be people. Glances over.
They're all over there.
Okay, I'm about to tell you. I know you like to speak.
Yes.
I know you like to talk.
Okay.
Can you make a promise to not tell them?
Cross my heart.
Like nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Pinky swear.
Yes.
Like.
I love when we do this.
Okay. Double this. Head to head. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Tell me the secret. Tell me the secrets.
There are definitely people in Calrem who are out to find me. And I don't know now if I have a suspicion that Pam might be connected to them.
Why?
Because of the smell.
Because she smells like a bad candle.
It's a little bit more complicated. Sorry.
Do all
magic.
the people after you smell like bad candles?
Some of them do.
And that's demons? Does Ruby
it's
smell like a bad candle?
I mean, his necklace does.
Okay. Are we sure that Palm doesn't just have like a possessed hair bow or something?
I mean, that's a weird thing to have, but it could be possible.
Do you want me to steal her hair bows and we can check?
No.
Okay.
I want to err on the side of caution.
Okay.
Like, she could be a fine folk.
Why do they want you? Is it because you quit school?
No, it's not the paladin folk. They're okay. I mean, there's some dicks there.
Uh-huh.
There is.
Scrolls to find the name of one dick.
Quickly,
Excuse
searches
me?
notes.
To name
Did you
drop.
say one dick?
Did you say
One dick.
That's
I
what
need the
heard.
name of a single dick.
A single dick.
Wait, that's what was said, right? I just
Yeah.
want to confirm.
Okay, we were just like,
But he's like referring to like an asshole.
no,
Like-
but because we were like,
Is it a dick or is it an asshole?
Which one? Whoa, two different things.
I'm locking
no,
it.
yeah.
There were some good people in there. There was this one dick, Skaga.
That's a bad name.
He was
I
my,
feel
he
sorry
was my
for that
commander.
person.
He was a dick.
Commander
But, like,
where?
In the paladin school.
Paladin Squad commanders?
I mean, that's how they teach you. It's like a military rank type thing.
That sounds dumb.
I mean, otherwise you're just a cleric.
Okay.
We're like the war, sort of like. I mean, like holy war.
You're
There's
not
a bunch
here.
There's a bunch of nonsense. Shoot, bitch.
There's a holy war?
No. All right. I know this is difficult when I talk to you, Ricky. You really question all things. Paladins are basically holy warriors.
Yes.
They're trained in a more militaristic style
Yes.
compared to clerics.
Yes.
Except for the war clerics.
Yes.
Who are kind of paladins that are halfway there. None of
Okay.
that matters to what's going on now.
Okay.
So just file this away in useless data. You look really confused.
I'm taking notes. Hold on.
No. We're not. I mean, we're not writing this down.
Okay.
We don't want people.
Mike, I'm not
This
gonna be
is
quiz
a
later.
silent.
Okay. No. Yes.
Yes.
Promise. Pinky swear.
Yes.
Yes. No. Okay.
She's just watching the expression of saying like, please. He's like,
You see, just Ricky's like smiling and nodding.
and she's just like,
Pam is just squinting.
I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but that looks like a time over there.
Okay.
Kinda
So
give you a
But yeah,
snapshot.
Pam smells like a bad candle, and there are other people who some of them smell like bad candles, and they're after you. Why?
Here's the tea.
because they want something that I have.
What do you have?
conversation is stilled.
Because I can like check and see like if she goes through your stuff or something. Do you have a possessed hair bow?
No.
Okay.
I pull out a book
Okay.
because I like making this mystery.
This just got less
I'm
exciting for
I'm
me.
gonna flip
You're
through.
like, oh, great.
Oh, books.
Everyone sees him pull out a book, and she's like, "Oh."
Hello.
And I open to this section
My name is
and show it to you.
What?
Dope.
What is? What is?
Me.
Oh.
But you can't tell anyone ever.
Then why were you mad at other people?
What do you mean other people?
You were mad at the other people.
What other people?
Like.
We're getting off topic again. Focus here.
Okay.
Not told this to anyone. You are now officially my best friend.
Aww.
Yay!
Sorry, Jade. But
Yes.
people are after me
Okay.
because they want
They want the
that.
thing.
They want that
Why?
because that's what my purpose is supposed to be. It's really complicated. It's a lot of magic stuff.
Okay.
So the rest of you.
They don't want me. They want that.
Okay.
Ruby comes back, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
All right. So what I was able to hear from that conversation is that Zane doesn't trust us, and he, I think, doesn't specifically trust you, Pam.
Why not?
Oh, why? What
He says he
fucking
hasn't
time
like been with us long enough to actually trust us, even though we fought together and
I mean,
kind of
that's-
killed some things.
That's
and, like,
fair, because
But what did
everybody's...
I do?
Yeah, like I get that,
I
because
don't
we
know.
all got secrets, and, you know, like, I just...
Yeah.
We got secrets, right?
I also
But what did
think-
Pam do?
Oh,
I don't
well,
know.
I just think he was trying to have a private conversation with his friend, and we kind of was for that. Like, you know, if you just spit.
No, I know you guys did that, and that was a bad, because it's like, I want to have a private conversation. And then you're like, well, I'm going to fuck everything you want to do and go follow him. Like, that wouldn't make me trust you.
That's fair.
Like,
Well, I'm just saying, in context of why he would not be so jazzed about any of us or Pam in particular, is because you're the newest, Pam.
but
Okay.
but
He was
that
just trying to talk to his friend, not like, you know, telling the police, like, oh no,
Secret
Pam's
police.
gonna take my toes.
But why does he need
Those-
to talk about that now?
He wants to talk with Ricky, and who knows what the timing
I-
is.
It's weird. Whatever.
Yeah. We
Okay.
can just keep going.
I don't
Zane.
care.
Yes.
I won't tell anybody. I will watch.
Right.
I'll be real sneaky about it. I'll watch and see if she does anything weird.
Okay.
I don't think she's gonna do anything weird.
I mean,
She
yeah.
seemed kind of concerned about your caffeine intake this morning, but I don't know if that's weird.
Okay. That's fair in retrospect. That was a lot of coffee. You know, I've been like really jittery since then.
Yeah, I noticed you have like this vein right here, and I'm kind of like watching it. It's not great.
That's probably why you couldn't say magistrate.
Going to die.
So I'll keep an eye out, and I won't tell anybody. But I do have a lot of questions.
Okay. I mean, I can answer questions.
Okay. Maybe not here?
Yeah, maybe
See like a couple people just walking by, just looking at you, and they
Tonight.
continue.
my room.
Okay.
But yeah, I just one last thing.
Yes.
The reason that I suspected Pam in the first place, and I'll show you why
Okay.
I get dreams like this tonight.
Bad
But-
candle dreams?
I guess, but it was in a dream, which is more like a vision of some
Okay.
sort.
Okay.
That's what.
Can you see the future?
No.
Oh.
Focus.
Less cool.
Stay on target.
Sorry. Yes.
In that dream, there was a premonition, I guess you could kind of.
So you
call it.
can
No.
see the future.
No. Oh, fine. I can see the future, but I don't know if it's the true future.
Okay.
But there was a tip off, and Pam is something. It has something to do with this,
Okay.
and I jumped to the worst.
Okay.
So I just want to be cautious moving
But
forward.
it could be fine.
I have no reason to see why I would be lied to in this dream.
But it could
Just
be
We're just watching a
fine.
conversation.
It's like,
Could be fine.
Okay. But I will watch.
Okay.
I'll be vigilant.
Just be my eyes.
Yes.
I'm real bad at seeing.
I know. I have real good eyes.
I check behind for grandma.
They're all.
Okay.
I have real good eyes. I just need to know when to pay attention.
Okay.
So I will pay attention.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
And I will let you know
Excellent.
if I see anything weird.
Good. Cool.
And if we gotta fight, you know I'm good to fight. Like I am down to go if we gotta go.
I know, and I'm here to support you.
Okay.
Even though I'm more heavily armored, I seem to hide behind you. It's fine.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Act normal.
You probably should get that checked out though.
It's like boop, 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 boop.
Cool.
All right.
Head
We
back
return
on
to the
group.
party.
We're just
Begins to
watching
head
you walk
back.
up because we've been watching you have this very
Yeah,
long
they've been watching you
conversation.
guys the entire
I'm
time.
inventing a dance.
And
Oh, yeah?
you hear from Nick. She's like, "Hey, everyone!" And you kind of turn around and see him on the bridge there. It's like, "Hey, smile! I'm gonna take you guys' pictures." As Nick's, because he takes a couple pictures with his camera. And can I have all of you make a perception check real quick?
Oh god.
Oh, my
Excuse me.
after you. These dice are purple dice.
Spicy.
Purple.
Don't
Finally.
use that cheese.
If I goof, it's your fault.
Wait, what is my
24.
24.
16.
16.
This is like
14.
17.
17.
Ever passed
All
this
right.
game.
Ruby and Grandma. Yeah, as you're smiling for this picture that Nix is taking happily, you notice something weird, like a small, almost like mirage-looking thing happening at Nix's feet. As you see this, you see Nix get pulled into the water.
Oh snap! Oh, not the boy! He's the most vulnerable of all of us.
you see, it's like he gets pulled into the water with a loud, heavy splash.
Do we have enough time to react?
And yeah, what do you guys all do?
I
run,
run.
start running.
Wait, can I stop that?
Mm,
Can I cast
No.
a spell?
what are you gonna cast?
Wind wall.
Okay.
Because he's being pulled back over. So along the side, I would cast the wind wall over the bridge.
Okay.
So it
So,
would
like,
like
if
blow
he's-
him off of the
So
side
like,
of the
so
river.
if these are him and the creature, and
Yeah.
it's like pulling him off this way,
Yeah.
the wind wall would cut them off this way.
Okay. Let me see. What does wind wall do exactly?
Please look it up. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I know,
a
I'm looking it up
60-foot
right now.
wall of 10-foot high wind that
Yeah, 'cause they
buffets
can
people whose evidence stops them if they can stop a
Wind
constitution
wall.
or fortification check.
Search.
There's so many versions of D&D up in his brain, I can't tell you.
Oh, that didn't
all
pop
of
up.
his brain.
As opposed to the toe.
Yes.
My
Pam's
D&D
coming for
toes.
your
D&D.
toes. She's coming to take your D&D
Oh,
toes.
I have a thing that I can use. Also,
Last
And
word
I
of
would like to do it.
duration.
Can you mock the ghost?
no, but I can do something else. And
Can
it's
you-
Great.
Dazzle the ghost? With your
maybe
tip
you
top?
stop him
Like-
Razzle,
I
dazzle.
just want to stop him from going over the edge.
I'm
Then
just gonna
smaller,
stand there
smaller
being
flying
like, "You
creatures.
deserve this for taking my picture.
Target behind.
Take the camera with you."
Jesus.
I just got a gun.
You just have a gun. Do not shoot at the gun.
Okay.
Not the boy.
Not the boy,
But the
it
ghost.
just missed.
Told
Yeah.
you all exorcisms were shams.
You see Nix get pulled through the wall still, and he takes some damage. It's only small
no.
or small flying creatures.
Oh, okay.
Whoosh.
Bummer.
Yeah.
You did try.
Wait, I want to do the turn undead thing. Can I do that?
I'll
If you want.
I'll at least run to the edge where he went to look over. Be
Yeah,
like,
I think
"Well, there he
everybody's
goes."
running
Well-
towards him.
Oh no, I dive in.
Same thing.
Let's
Like,
do it.
if I see the thing under him, can I do my glamour?
What are you doing?
It's basically like I become like enveloped in like leaves and vines and stuff. But any creature that sees me can immediately use its reaction to move towards me.
Okay.
They can. Or
They
they're
like, they
forced
they
to?
are like they
how
can.
how far?
As long as I can see them.
Oh, okay. They use their reaction to move towards you.
Yes.
So like Nyx could move his movement towards you,
yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm like move as like I do the thing.
but he's being
I guess it
grappled.
comes-
Yeah, he's being grappled. He can't move.
Fucking shit.
I just dive in after.
Okay.
this.
Okay. Yeah. Nix at
Well,
this point
how
is just
far
is
are
the
we?
water.
How far are we from the river when he got pulled in?
From what you guys were moving towards, like you're probably away from Nix. You're maybe a good 25, 30 feet,
Okay.
and from the river where you guys are, maybe a good 10 or 15.
Okay, so
It's
you're
spell.
diving in the river.
I use my
Yeah.
cat's, whatever the fuck, grace, so that I can move 60 feet, and I just going after.
Okay. So you dive straight into the river,
Yeah.
and as you dive in, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Please, Jesus.
I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration.
Please
It's also
do. I've been rolling
cold
so
as
bad.
You're just like,
10 plus
At D8.
5 plus this one?
That's 3 now. I am down to
2. So 17.
17.
If I do turn in dead, it says that it can't take reactions if it fails the wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it's not a reaction.
Oh, okay. Even
Yeah.
if they do try to do something like.
Well, like going forward. She
Oh,
wants
going
to do
forward?
it now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Are we like? Should
Should
we
we
go
roll
into
initiative?
to like just sort this out of
Uh,
everyone doing everything?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll it.
Hell
roll initiative
yeah.
for me.
Alright.
It's down.
Are you serious?
7.
21.
I'll just be here with mine.
That looks so bad.
That dice has to go in change.
Like, alternating through 2.
Okay, jeez, don't let me down.
No, she-
10. Did I let you down?
I dropped in the wrong thing.
This
But
is
it's
where
still-
you roll.
Yes, but I still landed on a number, so I will.
It's okay.
Okay, 25
5
is
minus 1.
22.
21.
21, 22. Okay, so we got Grandma.
Every single
Ruby.
ridiculous.
20 to 15. 20 to 15. You
20 to
guys?
15, anyone?
20 to 15. No. Oh.
Nope.
15
We
to
didn't say anything because we're not there, Christian.
15 to 10.
Hold on. Let
10.
me jump. I accidentally closed out
Roll
of
the
my.
5 and it's plus 2.
I accidentally rose out of my.
What am I doing?
No, you just. I was just.
No, I looked over. I should not be spying.
Oh yeah, nope.
I just wanted
I
to
was
say
just like,
that.
Yeah. Okay. You have that set up.
Really?
Yeah, you did turn in dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Do you guys?
What? No. 15 to 10. 4. So you got 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Pam. 10 to 5. 4 and 9.
4 is not 10
And
to 5.
7.
10 to 5. Oh, Jesus, it isn't.
Nope.
Okay, 10 to 5. We got. Okay,
Zayn.
we got Ricky.
I got 9.
Yeah,
9.
7.
7. We got Jade.
It's fine.
And then
I'm the Yasha of this group.
4. And then Grandma?
Grandma got 22.
22. That's right. I totally did. I don't know what happened.
You said it to me.
Yeah, I know it did, didn't I? Okay. It's a long night. All right, so Zane.
Hello.
Okay, well,
Did I see anything with my perception?
with your perception as you jump in the water, looking around now, you see Nyx flying towards you at an unbelievably fast rate.
Brace for impact.
But
He was yoked.
so if you want, you can use a reaction to try and grab him.
I will try to grab him, yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a grapple check, but with disadvantage.
At disadvantage? That
Yeah.
was a natural 20.
Are you kidding?
Oh no.
That's a natural 20.
And you're using a dice tower.
Oh my
All we do is
goodness!
roll natural
Dang,
20s in this
That's
game.
insanity. This is insanity.
How many 20s have been rolled tonight?
You rolled 2.
There were 2
I rolled
people
1.
who rolled 2 natural 20s in a row this evening.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. So you pretty much grab onto Nyx as it seems to be he's being pulled, like his entire body being pulled through the water, and you feel like there's no. As you catch him, you begin to be getting pulled as well. It doesn't feel like there's a specific, creature or something pulling him at the legs. It's almost as if a new current in the water is being formed, and it's pulling both of you upstream now.
Okay, can I just. Am I able to just get to the surface at least?
Get
At
to the
all?
surface. Well,
Yeah.
that was your reaction. It's not your turn.
Okay.
So right now you're holding him.
I'm just
in
holding him
place.
like securely.
Yeah, securely right now. But
Okay.
right now you are currently also being dragged through the water, and you feel this. Grandma, it is your turn.
I need to look up a spell if that's alright.
Okay.
I was trying to do my
Where
phone
is-
died.
Name
Oh,
it, I
no.
can
There it is.
Google
Oh, plant growth.
Plant growth.
There.
Plants grow.
You get. Can you describe to me what the lake bottom or the river bottom is like what the side foliage is?
The side foliage, for the sides of the river itself, it looks to be stonework.
There's no
Um,
like the whole river, like even the bottom. There's not like plants down there.
Well,
I
as you
can't
look
see,
down
I
the bottom
guess.
of the river, it's pretty deep down. The river is dark itself. I think you can more or less see there is, river floor. There is some plant life of some sort growing there at the bottom.
And there's no trees hanging over or anything like that.
Not where you are currently, no.
Okay. As they're going up, is there any like? I'm looking for a thicket of green.
A thicket of green. There seem to be some shrubbery and/or trees, maybe a good 15 feet up.
Because is it possible that? But I know based on like what I've done this spell before, I want to cast plant growth
Okay.
and overgrow an area to try and create more either vines to grab onto, more opportunities, or even possible slowing blockages or things like that.
Okay.
Insta-dam.
Insta dam. Let me see how far plant growth goes.
100-foot radius.
100-foot radius. That's ridiculous.
It's massive.
It's
Okay.
big.
Plants within a specific area. There are two possibilities to planting either immediate or long-term benefits. Choose a point within range. All normal plants and other standard plants become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. In one or more areas this size. Okay.
Just trying to help.
In a 100-foot radius on that point become thick and overgrown.
Let him go.
Hmm.
His time. Is the area difficult terrain?
It says here the creature moving through this area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot.
Oh shit! So you're slowed considerably.
Yeah,
Considerably
it's
Yeah.
like
more.
double.
It's like a
unruly terrain.
quarter.
Yeah.
Difficult terrain.
So yeah, you reach into that point. The shrubbery and the trees overgrow and pretty much latch over to the other side of the 100-foot radius.
It's
It's
like-
huge.
Right?
You pretty much they dip down into the river itself and
The
begin
water
to
only
flow.
makes them more powerful.
Yeah, it does begin to flow like with the river though, so it's not necessarily making like a dam currently over
I'm not
across the
stopping,
top.
but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, it's slowing anyone thinks movement through it
Mhm,
considerably, and also has more opportunities for growing. And
Mhm.
as a bonus action, I say to Nyx, "Sorry, kiddo," and cast Healing Word.
Okay, can't hear him. He can't hear you
Does he have to hear me for that?
for
to
healing
work?
word.
Let's look it up.
Are
His
allowed-
healing
or-
I know it's
What is
just-
our house rule
Right,
on
but that's just because I'm casting it with the word.
2 high-level spells?
This is how I always saw it.
Oh yeah, you're casting 2 spells in a round.
Do we have a house rule on that?
Well, one's a bonus.
Well, yeah.
There's-
Well, there's rules about casting
I don't know.
more
I
than
mean, you
one
tell
spell
me
in a
Red's
round.
allowed.
It's some
Makes-
people home rules that you can cast bonuses, but it's up to you, God.
What's Gary say about it?
He says if you cast a spell, the only other spell you can cast on your turn is a
It's a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Oh, okay. What do you want to do?
I
They don't have to be able to hear.
No,
You don't have to be able to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a bonus action to do. No, I'd say 'cause you're level 6. Sure, we'll limit it to first level only.
You do it.
You do it.
kid.
Roll for that health.
Yeah.
All right, as you shout, "Sorry, kiddo," he can't really hear you, but
Give him 3.
yeah. So
It's not about him.
Jade, you see that his wounds from the bludgeoning, kind of from the wind wall, heals up basically
Okay.
as he's running through this area. But Ruby, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my feline agility to
Okay.
run up the river as close as I can to them.
Okay. From where you are, you're probably a good 35 or so feet away.
35 or so feet away.
Yeah.
Cool.
As they traveled a bit further downstream, almost about to hit the little trees and shrubbery there. The overgrown little area. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast fairy fire into the water.
Fairy fire into the water. Okay.
Yes, around them.
Around them. So you're making them visible, or
I'm
Nyx
like
visible?
the whole area.
Oh, the whole area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any creature that's in there has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Well, we're gonna make a dexterity. Jade,
Yeah.
make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Because Ruby cast fairy fire in the water there.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, 10. So that's 14.
Nyx is a 16.
I have a 16.
Oh, okay. So he beats it.
Meet
Meet or
meets or
beat.
beats.
Meets or beats.
Yes,
So Jade is the one illuminated.
and any other creature that's in there.
Oh, okay. What was the dex for?
Huh?
What was the dex save for? Then?
That it's a dex save,
Oh, okay.
or else they become illuminated.
Oh, okay. So you beat it. So Nyx is not illuminated, but
No.
Jade, you are illuminated, and
Like,
Jade's
so
currently
you-
holding on to Nyx.
And
Is
if
there-
there's a ghost pulling them.
If there's any other creature in that area, they also have to make a dex save.
Okay. Well, so then you know there's no other creature in there. You
Okay,
don't
that's
see
that's what I'm trying to
There's
do.
no creature.
Cool.
Roll
And as a
dice.
bonus action, I'm gonna use my last bardic inspiration on Jade.
Okay, you have a D8.
She has to be able to hear for that. Her inspiration.
Cool.
Oh.
Then I hold out my crystal and like play a really loud song from it.
I'm like in rushing water.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd be
Jade,
able to hear
Jade
it.
won't be able to hear that.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
I'm submerged in water,
Yeah.
rushing away.
you're submerged in water with the stream going down, but you're in like a weird tube of water going
Do I
up.
see anyone on the bridge ahead of them?
On the bridge ahead of them?
Yes.
You probably see a couple like townsfolk.
Any
people.
guards?
I think you see one.
Cool. Can I try to get his attention with my bonus action?
Sure. Okay.
So I'm just gonna like hold up the crystal and make like a really ear-piercing note.
Okay. So you hold up your crystal, make an ear-piercing note. All you guys kind of wince at the pain of the sharp noise stinging your ears, as well as a couple other townsfolk around you, and the guard kind of looks up and looks over
And
to
I
you.
point, and like I just like, there's 2 people in there.
Okay, you see him. He looks kind of shocked, and then we'll see what he gets for initiative here. All right.
Guard has joined the battle.
Guard has added your party.
Challenger is approaching.
He's
Yeah.
joined your party.
All right. At this point, this weird jet stream of water begins pulling you to further and further. It would pull you a good 40 feet across the river, but it comes into contact with some of the vines there. So it maybe only gets to a good, 20 or so feet up after it hits that. It pretty much hits that point, and then it just stops almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do I still feel the force of it pulling?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Palm.
Yes. Okay, so how far? Because I'm like, obviously running as this is all happening. How
Yeah.
far away am I from the people?
From them?
From Nixon, yeah.
From Nix and them, they've moved up a bit further now, probably a good 50 or so feet
For
away.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my full movement speed.
Okay. Was it 25?
25, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what?
So you have 25 feet. You're 25 feet away
okay,
from them.
so I'm gonna cast Water Walk on Nyx, and it's 30-foot range,
Oh, okay.
and it's going to carry the target to the surface of the liquid. It's the surface of the water at a rate of 60 feet per second.
Oh shit!
It's like when you hold one of those toys under the water.
And just like, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you begin to see Nyx just get launched up
Yeah,
towards the surface
super
of the
fast.
water,
Am
super
I
fast.
able to hold on and go with him?
Make a strength check.
Nice.
Oh man.
Do it.
You're about
Oh
to
man,
go into the
nobody.
jungle.
The submarine's about to do an emergency.
Welcome
blast.
to the jungle.
18.
18. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Let
All
me
right.
go.
As you were completely unaware of this actually happening, you're just pretty much holding Nyx as tight as you possibly
God.
can, and having your eyes closed as you're being pretty much tumbled and rocketed through this weird jet stream heading upstream. You feel Nyx shoot out of your grasp and up towards the surface as you continue being dragged forward.
I feel like I'm trying to grab him because I think he's being taken.
This lad was raptured.
Too soon. He got.
Ricky, it's your turn.
Okay,
Cam,
guns.
do you have anything else?
Guns don't help in this
Just
situation.
Shoot it!
I shoot it. No, I run. I'm running after him.
Okay.
I have only 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
You're still glowing,
I
so at least
do.
we don't lose you.
One thing, Christian,
Okay. What is
and
it?
it's shoot things.
Okay.
And there's nothing I can shoot here.
Please.
True.
I can shoot. Sure, I
you
can,
can
shoot
shoot
the trees.
the water.
So I start, I guess, just dashing
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Okay. 60
Because
feet.
because I have no actions. So I see Jade tangled up in the vines.
Yes. And
So-
you just see Nyx just shoot up from the top.
I just see. Is he good?
Can I try to catch him?
Is he still being
He's like
pulled
racing to
along,
the
or
top.
is
He's
he?
to the top. He's on top of the water.
Is he still being pulled along?
From what you can tell right now, no, he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I note that, and I
Jade is
keep
glowing, by the
running.
way.
Jade is glowing,
Yeah.
so
Jade is glowing
I
at the
run
bottom.
towards the glow. If she's 50 feet away, I can surpass her with a dash.
Yes.
Okay. So I surpass her with a dash. Would I be able to throw a rope in the water as a bonus action?
As a bonus action, since you don't have it ready on your person, you're gonna have to go in,
Well, I could
take it out.
Yeah, but that's like
That's
a
gonna-
object interaction.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that'll be a free action. Then to use an object is an action.
Fair. Okay, so I am preparing
To
to throw a rope,
A rope.
if I can,
Okay.
because that's the only thing I can do. And as I'm running, I shout, "What if it's not ghosts? What if it's just the water?" And I'm running that way.
Okay. All right. You continue running through, having your rope pulled out. It is now Jade. It's your turn. As you're being pulled through this water jet stream,
Wait,
heading.
have we gone through a full round yet?
Not
He
yet,
hasn't
no.
gone.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause she got a
Zane's
7.
last.
She got a 7.
Okay, I thought the round started back when she was making
No.
her first strength or her first.
That was her reaction.
That was
Just
her
having
That
a
was her
very
reaction
difficult
to
day.
Yeah.
Jade's having a bad time.
Am I still in the vines?
Yeah. Right now you're tangled through the vines, being pulled through
Can
it.
I
It
climb,
grates and hurts.
try to climb them and try to get to shore?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay.
Contesting
Just
strength
fucking
check.
kill me. It's all Christian wants to do.
Don't suck. Don't suck. Oh.
9?
9.
Oh.
All right. So, as you begin trying to climb through the vines, and as you're being pulled through in this jet stream, you manage to grab it and hold on. But as you're holding on as tightly as you can, they rip free from the roots. And yes.
How fast is she moving down through this 100 feet?
See, it's not really momentum at this point. It's something pulling her through.
Right, but how fast is she going?
Right now,
What would be around movement speed?
probably for her right now 20 feet.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
would it be 80?
Normally.
Otherwise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we got 5 rounds to get her out before she's in that
Before I'm
Slurp.
decimated.
that deep drink. That dark water.
The dog. Glass
Press
shock.
Last shot.
Do I feel anything holding on to me?
It's less of holding on. It's more like
Like is
nothing's holding on. It's just weirdly the water's around you. You're wet and you feel it, but you're like being pulled along upstream.
Okay.
It's like the current almost, right?
Almost, yeah.
Okay. Do I have any bonus action?
Search features at the top of it.
Actually, let me give.
Fucking shit. Oh, stop it, Christian.
Not doing anything. All right, Jay, that was your action to try and grab on. Any bonus
Yeah.
actions you'd like to do?
I don't see this thing. I don't see the thing that's dragging me.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, can I?
I'm so bad at these.
Cause like, fucking blood hunter shit.
Getting pulled through. Yeah.
Cause saying I have advantage survival checks, attack and intelligence check for confirmation about it.
Saying you're up next.
Can I? Is there any way that I can try to like think of like? Do I know what this is? Is there anything I can do to like help myself right now?
Guess I'll die.
Like, do I know like if I fucking
Make.
Because I have this.
Make a survival check. Sure.
Okay. And can I use the? Because I have advantage if it's Fey, Fiend, or Undead.
Fey, Fiend, or Undead. Unfortunately, it's neither. There are not
None of
any
the
those.
above.
None of the above.
Option D.
Natural 20.
Oh snap!
I don't want to die.
Intense energy happening over there.
There's
Right?
a lot of energy happening.
All right. So, as you are being pulled through this entirety of the vines, the water, you're being pulled upstream. You try to calm yourself and think, what can I do at this moment to not die?
Yeah.
Right now, as you're being pulled through, you're not drowning. You're not, you're not suffocating. It feels like you can breathe. And it seems like whatever's pulling you through here, it might not be as, what's the word? Malicious as you think it might be.
Then I don't resist.
Time to go with the
I
tornado.
don't resist.
No.
I don't resist. If I'm like, this doesn't want to hurt me, I'm like, I'm just like, all right. Close.
All right, so
Just take me.
yeah, so
Jesus, take the wheel.
all of you see just Jade stop resisting and just like have her hands up as you can see her glowing and like it begins pulling her faster and faster.
Dang.
Zane, your turn.
She's completely submerged.
Yes, she's completely submerged. She is glowing though.
Because apparently this is the day to sniff things. I'm going to use my action to turn on my divine sense again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run down the river, and as I'm going, my full movements to see if I smell any smelly smells that smell.
Smelly. All right. So as you're running through this portion of the river, you eventually catch up to where Jade is being dragged through, and you do sense something. It's not like it itself, but you feel this. You smell the scent of a celestial.
A celestial.
Oh snap! You are getting raptured.
You're being raptured.
Jesus did take the wheel.
Okay, then I guess with my bonus action, I'm passing. It's like, it's not a ghost, it's an angel. As I'm just like continuing my
What?
As you pass on through. All right.
I have the true fear now.
We'll get back to the top of the round.
What is happening?
Grandma.
Yeah, so she's
What
now
about the
in
guard?
thicket.
Yeah, the guard's getting his
Guard.
turn in this round.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's going through the thicket still?
Yeah, she's pretty much close to the end of the thicket
Yeah,
itself.
so I would have run. Having moved along the side to go up, Grandma's gonna try and dive in,
Okay.
but as that happens, that's too much I want to do.
Well, you run and you dive in.
What
That's
is
your
dispel?
movement. Dispel, as a
Like
spell.
dispelling a spell I have out.
Dispelling a spell.
Oh,
well,
you can.
it's if it's a concentration, then you can just end it as a
The
free
plant
action.
growth is already. It's like a physical
it's
thing.
a
It
physical
happens.
change.
Yeah, it
So,
happened
You
already.
can't like
Yeah.
undo it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna use my movement to jump in, my
Mhm.
bonus action to transform into Grandma, and then
All right.
try. What am I gonna have?
Cause this guard to freak out.
So
All
that's
right.
why I'm jumping in first.
Yeah, so you jump in and then you transform into your monstrous form as your body enlarges into this large, grotesque creature with many different appendages
Yeah.
of some sort. Almost, not really almost, but like taking a good portion of the width of the river as you pass on through. And Jade, you see this, you see Grandma.
She has additional limbs.
Yeah, you see Grandma, and you're like, Grandma, and then...
What was that? Oh, grandma.
As you
So
pass
I
on through.
will turn into an aberration instead of druid monsters for you at home listening. It's the first
For
time
our-
she's
For,
done
for
Our
our one
listener-
viewer, thank
For
you.
our viewers at home.
You've been sticking
There are
with
4
us.
of them.
Oh,
But I don't
four.
want anyone
Thank
to
you,
be
all
How many
of
of
you.
them are us?
My bone's dead.
It's not me because I'm the actual streamer.
One of them's me. Sorry, guys.
All right. Get out of here,
In
Christian.
case anyone's interested, we see you. I want you to feel special as well. But it's kind of like the Cloverfield monster meets D&D creature.
But small.
But small.
Er.
Itty bitty.
Not the size of
Towers.
like 8 buildings, but
You
a
know.
building maybe.
Like
Alright.
like a decent sized
buffalo
cow.
with some beefy biceps.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so Grandma, that all you do?
Come out from
She like
the
gets
side
in there, and
or like
that's a bonus action. So I still have an action.
Yes.
Can I ready myself to catch Jade as she passes by, like stabilizing myself in the current because I have extra arms?
You have extra limbs. You're holding on to like the side and ready to grab Jade. I'll say, sure. You can.
Actually, that one doesn't. Sorry, it's either additional limbs or inhuman reach, and the inhuman reach gives me 5 feet advantage, but
Okay.
also advantage on strength checks.
Oh, okay.
So would that make more sense with the additional limbs? We give flavor whatever.
Up to you. That's honestly up to you.
So
What
the
do you
additional
think
limb
is?
just gives me 2 attacks.
Oh, probably
Mechanically.
probably like in this situation, probably the extra reach would be
It's-
best.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you have your super long arms ready to catch. One arm
Longest
holding
arms in
on the other
medical
one,
history.
getting ready. All right, that's Grandma Ruby.
Terrifying.
I can't move anymore.
Oh, the tabaxi
I
has
use
locked you in
my-
place.
my grace.
You're like, and then you
No,
kinda
I'm just tired. I'm just like.
Take a moment.
um,
Okay, you can't move anymore. They're getting further away from you at this point.
Goodbye.
They might still be close enough for you to be able to cast a spell and have it affect, but
I mean, like all of them are debuffs,
Ooh.
which is the issue here. I guess I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Wait,
Okay.
am I still within 60 feet?
Just throw the
yeah, I'd say you are.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic.
What school of magic is it?
Dads.
divine.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a particular school.
Okay.
It just feels, the energy feels divine and or radiant.
Feeling God in his chilies tonight.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The angels want to take Nyx. That's weird. Okay.
He's getting raptured.
As a bonus action, I will use my Bardic Inspiration on Ricky.
On Ricky. All right, you have inspiration now.
Use your guns.
All right. So, that was Ruby's turn. Now at this point, you do see the current break free from the whatchamacallits,
The vine.
the vines, and begin to drag Jade further and further up until they get to reach your point, Grandma, as you try to catch Jade as she's being pulled through. Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage. Right?
Well,
Good.
well,
Oh.
that was a lot. I just got a 2
Unfortunate.
and a 3.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Okay, so total of
5 and 6.
5 and 6. I rolled an 8.
Son of
Just let me
I'm
die.
As you see, as Grandma, you
God,
try
take
to
me.
reach Jade, and she does hit your now giant hand, but the torrent of the water that's being pulled through pretty much rips Jade free from your fingers as she begins to coast further and further down the river. And honestly, I think at this point, Jade's just gone.
Wait, Jade doesn't try and get me.
No, Jade gave up.
How
Jade's
fast
letting
is
it
the
happen.
river's moving? Like faster than we can keep up as
Maybe
full
for
double
grandma?
dashing?
Yes, it's going about 80 or so feet right now.
Okay, bye, bitch.
If I
I'm just
notice
gonna give up.
it
When
like
I'm trying.
going out of there, I'm just gonna be huffing, getting to Ricky and be like, "Run!" I'm gonna cast haste on her and slap her in the face.
Oh,
Haste me.
Okay.
Run!
That's gonna be on your turn though, but you're last.
Okay, yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
that's where I'd go.
I can
I don't know
hold
if she
my.
can
I
catch
mean,
up.
I can't hold
Shouldn't
my.
it be on
I
me
can't
now?
hold my speed.
Should it not be on me because I can cast water walk again?
Depends on who wants to do what.
You can hold your movement.
I can hold. I can. I
You can
hold
hold
my
your.
movement?
You can
I
hold your
only
action. You can only
not
hold an
your
action.
movement.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's up to you if it would get around enough time for her to make any distance.
Is because it's Ricky first, then Zane, and then back to the top of the round. The current's going. I don't
Mhm.
think it's gonna be quick enough, unfortunately.
Okay, but I'm next, right?
Right now it's the guard.
And then
You saw. he just runs full movement, dashes towards where
force
the
me.
arm, but you can't reach it.
okay, because
He's in full armor,
I want to cast
unfortunately.
water walk again.
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna happen if it's not within 30 feet of me after running full speed.
After running full speed, if it's not within 30 feet of you, then you have nothing to target. If you're trying to target Jade, she's out of your range, so you can't do it.
Can I get casted haste or whatever?
You can
at
you
that
can you can
time,
do
or-
water walking on Ricky if you want, and if he's gonna cast haste on her. But again, that Zane's
Okay.
the last in the order,
I
and if
see.
we come around, it's gonna be
Okay.
too far
Uh,
gone.
But I
it's
think I'll
regular
do
30.
that. So that will that help?
Honestly-
it will let you walk across water.
Is there a way I can belay my?
She-
I can't belay my turn.
No,
Yeah.
the only thing you can hold in the turn is your action.
Yeah.
She'll be
You
able
have to do your bonus and your movement during your actual
just
physical
for
turn.
numbers wise, when she's done and finally gets around to her turn, she'll be able to move 180 feet per turn.
180 feet per turn.
So I don't know if that could help.
So
with
if
that.
it's moving 80, then in
shit.
2 turns it would be 160 away. So I could catch it on my next
Because
turn.
her
That's
movement is
true.
doubled, and she can just dash and then haste action dash.
Yeah. Well, right now it's going 80 feet as far as you can tell.
Yes, it might speed up. Yeah.
Mhm. So
What are you gonna do?
Into the atmosphere.
This action, I was just gonna continue to run after
Okay.
as fast as I could.
Okay.
That was my intention was actually if I could get close enough or possibly surpass, which is what I was attempting to do. I was going to tie a rope to myself, tie it off somewhere, and then go in after.
and then jump
Okay.
in.
That was my intent. But you just see me standing there with a rope running.
Okay.
I'm gonna say for the sake of brevity here that by the time you manage to cast the spell and try to catch up, Jade is pretty much gone right now from your vision.
God wants her
And-
to be gone.
As you continue running down through the river until you get to the walls of the
She's
city.
glowing, right?
As
she's
long
still
as I
going.
can see her, she's glowing.
But
Can't see her
she's you
anymore,
can't see
though.
her.
Yeah,
That's the
so-
problem.
What do I hit in front of me?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm running.
You're continuing to run.
Yeah.
If
Eventually,
I'm-
you keep going down.
Yeah, if I'm
uh,
hasted in water walk, then I'm running along the river after as fast as I can.
Yeah, you're continuing on running along the river until you eventually reach the outskirts of town.
Uh-huh.
And the river continues on going up to the mountains, and at this point, you don't know where
Oh.
Jade.
And she's going
Yes.
upstream?
Why
Yes.
you Jade?
Again, this is just how it turned out.
It's fine.
sorry.
This is fine.
I'm
been
going.
raptured.
You gave up.
For story's sake,
He was like,
Ruby
it's
does
not
not
malicious,
stop.
like,
He's
yeah.
going.
No, yeah.
We don't
So-
know this.
so
Well,
she
then
got-
he's just like, I don't know what this is. Doesn't feel like he wants to hurt me. So she was like, okay, where are we going? Not realizing where she's going. She's just like, okay.
All right, so
Shit.
for the sake of the evening, you all continue chasing after Jade as she's being, pulled through this jet stream of water up to a bit further on the outskirts of town. You get closer and closer to the mountains as you continue walking through, and you eventually make your way to a point where the river gets offshoots into almost like a mountainous, dark little cavern
Okay.
of some sort, and that's where a portion of the river is coming out of and joining with the main portion that heads through the city.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would be running after her up until the point where the haste ran out and I face planted on the water.
okay,
I
yeah,
Yeah.
would be running until I caught up to her.
yeah.
I would be in the water, like in the channel, just kind of like grabbing.
And people are just like, oh god.
Just like underneath the water, like just slithering.
I'm
through, but
imagining
just,
some like Miyazaki level horror just like clawing through.
It's very much like no face chasing Sen
after.
Full
But in a
the full-
river.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
River.
Okay,
The river.
it's fine. She's with us. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just chasing.
Meanwhile,
I
I'm
got
like
this.
miles away by now. Like,
What's happening to me?
All right. As you all are beginning to chase for Jade. Jade, as you're pretty much giving in to whatever is bringing you, it's not hurting you, and you're being taken through this large river up to the water. Eventually, you slow down, and you stop in the middle of this large pool, and you look up, and it's various cavernous walls that you see. It's not that large. It's not that big of a cavern, but you do see another. You've seen this imagery before. Another almost laminar cylindrical sort of faucet tap pouring into this pool that you're in.
Oh.
Yeah, and you see on the far wall a shrine of some sort. And it looks very old, very ancient, but the stone idol that was there in the center looks to be knocked over, broken, and destroyed.
There are no other symbols. It was just this idol.
From what you can tell, no.
I'm still more. I'm like, hello. You brought me over here. Did you need help or something?
And as you send your voice out into this dark cavernous void, we will pick that up next time we play. So
What has happened? So much has happened today.
she got.
I got
Can we just go
raptured.
back to the last time when we were just being dicks around a camp?
Sorry, I have to talk to this weird celestial thing.
Sorry,
that's
guys,
I
driving
got
me
through the water.
traumatized in a dream sequence that came out of nowhere.
I had a lovely day.
I bet you did.
Oh man.
Oh man, oh boy.
I hate this.
Oh man, oh
I
boy,
need
oh
to
man.
get more
So,
buff
do we
spells.
know? Do we know when we're next playing?
The 28th.
the 28th.
28th.
28.
28, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Hopefully,
So yeah, thank you for
At
joining
7,
us.
not
We're gonna be playing again Sunday, 2 weeks from now at 7 p.m. Hopefully on the dot, because we'll have all this figured out. Yes.
Ideally.
Yes.
Ideally.
Fourth time's the
We
charm.
will try to be. Everyone will try to be here exactly 2 hours earlier, so we can figure out what's up.
28.
We will
Yes.
do our
What time we
bestest.
say 8?
At 7.
7.
7 p.m.
The October 28th.
It's now official in our bio down there.
Ayo.
I don't know
Somewhere.
if you got a reload
Somewhere.
page.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for joining us. Those who stuck around, we're really grateful. I hope you're enjoying everything that's going on right now, and we will see you next time. Have a
If you
good
have
night.
questions, so do we. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.